Hype is here!
Hello, lovelies!
Hello, and are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh my
Look.
god, it's loud.
Hello, and good evening, and welcome to tonight's session of Curse of Strahd. Oh my god, I've been waiting a long time for this, and by a long time, of course, I do mean a week, 7 days. It's a long time for me when you leave it on.
To be fair,
Did you pin that?
To be fair, the past month has felt like a year.
Yeah.
That's true. You guys have been really. The progression in Curse of Strahd has been exponential. It's been going from well, things are rough, but we're managing to everything's going wrong.
I was totally referring to in-game. I was totally referring to in-game.
Derek, we have some shout-outs to make.
Oh, I think we do. Oh my gosh, our hype train.
We have a hype train here. Thank you so much, Catherine, for the gift sub. King of Fables, thank you so much for the resub. And then Mariah, thank you so much for the resub as well. Dead Nettle, thank you so much for the resub. Hype train has just reached a new level. Hello, lovelies. Oh my goodness. And Gruda just said, well, here's one for the bingo. Yes, we have a spaceman here. Go back to Belatro, Skelly Boy.
Don't read it off, Quila. That just gave him another.
Ash,
I'm almost home, folks.
What did you say?
you pinned something. What is it?
Logan
It's
was
an
really
exclamation.
stressed out.
What
He's
did
lost
I
a lot of
pin?
weight.
You pinned an exclamation
know.
point.
When the fuck did I pin that?
Exclamation point. You did.
Bear just said, why is my chat pinned?
Hold on.
You know, that's kind of appropriate.
I
feel
love
like-
it, though.
Why is my chat pinned? I don't know.
Hold on, I'm on it.
Sorry about Brunor, that gets 5 big bones.
Can we pin that
That's
instead?
fine.
Yeah, no, Catherine
Yeah,
just
I
pinned that
did.
instead.
Okay,
Thank you.
Good. All right, so first things first, I want to ask my players, after everything I've put them through, to my amusement, how are you guys all doing this week?
Fucking horrible.
Thank you,
Oh,
Paper!
thank you,
Paper!
I don't know
Paper!
what just happened, but thank you, Paper.
Paper just gave 5 community subs! Thank you so much, Paper!
So generous. Thank you so much, Paper.
Wowee!
Paper, you are no longer the paper that failed. You are the paper that succeeded.
You're high quality
Heyo.
paper. You're like a thick cardstock. You're like a really
Thick cardstock
Yeah.
paper.
Is it a
Paper read.
compliment? Question mark.
How about that?
yeah, whole stack.
At this rate.
Aztec with the hiss. You get
Aztecs
loved,
hissing at
cat.
us. Oh.
Someone grab him.
Hey, grab that man. Grab that man.
Grab
We
the
love you,
cat.
Aztec. You're such a sweetie pie.
Yeah.
You're very
Grab
sweet and cute.
Somebody grab that man. Like, I don't
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that.
hear.
I genuinely didn't think about that. I meant the grab
Yes, you can-
emote.
You can
Unhand
put
him.
that.
I kind
Alright,
of have a
alright.
soup question for the party. Like, I know we're still waiting on Andy, but I thought of a soup
Leave that
question.
man alone.
That's like the end of
Leave that man alone.
movie. Hey, can I say something real quick?
What's up?
That
No.
line is like something that would come out at the end of a detective movie, but like the person who committed the crime is in the same room, and they
Yeah.
like listen to like the detective explain what happened, and then they're like, "So the person is Mr. like Collinsworth, and he's there," and they're like, "Grab that man!" And he's
Yeah, that is Aztec would be Mr. Collinsworth.
saying,
I have a soup question for
Go
everyone.
ahead. Soup question.
I'm eating soup.
Oh, you're eating soup just in time
you-
for the soup
This is
question.
the perfect time.
Which
This is.
I don't even know if we've even explained to the lovelies what the fuck a soup question is. Have we ever
It's
done
just
that?
a question for the sake of conversation.
It's like a
an
question you'd ask
introspective
over like a
question.
meal or something, like a
Yeah.
a conversation starter.
Hmm.
I asked this at the beginning of Decay. I don't remember if I ever asked this in Curse of Strahd, but now that we're almost done with Curse of Strahd, I have a question for everyone. If you could give your characters a song that would fit them perfectly as they are now, after everything that's happened to them, what would it be?
That's so
Oh.
funny you say that because I've
God.
made playlists for every character in this party already. So I've already.
I know
done
you did.
You did? I haven't
did it.
seen mine.
Oh, he
I
posted
like
them a
this
long
just
time
separate.
ago.
It's. I'll link it to you later on if you like.
When
Light
did you
the
post
Shadow
them?
by
Let me
Port
look.
Like over a
Sulphur.
month ago.
Which song, Catherine?
Light the Shadow by Port Sulphur Band.
Oh, I don't know
you
that
li-
one.
I included that on your survey. Your recommendation when you showed that to me. That does fit quite nicely. I have
I'll
to
put it
admit.
in Sanctum and I will put it in music. This is the in-studio band that does the music for Hunt Showdown. They're really cool.
Mm-hmm. Well, go ahead. We'll start from left to right. Twyla, what do you think?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, then why'd you ask the question?
Because I want to know what everyone else had. Let me think on it. I don't know.
I have to think on it. I have to think
Okay.
on it.
Go ahead, Lobrin.
Chumbawamba. No, I'm kidding.
No, that's great. That's
We're not doing that.
Okay, all right. Does anyone have an answer? Because I have one for Strahd. But...
Oh, what is it?
Probably
Is it down with the
Lobrin
sickness?
No, it's not
And
down
it's
with
an
the
original-
sickness.
So let me sing it now for all of you.
It's creep because like that's how he fucking sees himself with fucking
Strahd von
Irene.
Zarvich gets "Animal I Have Become" by 3 Days Grace. You
Oh
can
my
put that,
god.
you can put that to an AMV if you want. That's for
That's
free.
fucking.
You can have
It's
that.
for free. Just like zoom up to your PNG and like roll results.
I can't escape this
Shut
hell.
up.
It's just
So
every
fucking
time I roll a
dumb.
one.
Zach, do you actually
Christ.
have one for Lobrin?
round.
Your audio's
No.
chopping really hard.
That's okay.
I'm
You know
in a
what?
bad area.
Fine. Well, let's take some time to think about this, and if you guys have an answer by the end of session, we'll revisit this.
Let me stew on it.
Mm-hmm.
Andy said he'll be here by 7:15, so we have more time to kill.
More time to kill.
Keep
Slaughter
thinking.
that Slaughter.
Oh, Paper replied to the players they made for favorite. Thank you, Paper. You were just the tops. I don't say it
Oh,
enough.
Paper.
But, you're the cat's pajamas. Okay, let's talk inspiration real quick because we did have a little bit of an unusual phenomena happen last week. It was a Brunor sweep. How do I know that? We had 10 different people vote for a pickaxe emoji. There was only one dwarf in the entire party. He's gone now.
If you add
but
the it's like 14 points.
he is a dwarf, and
Yeah,
now
it's
he's in
true.
a hole. Diggy hole. Ugh,
My
too soon.
God,
Too soon.
there.
Anyway, close second.
Type
Close
train
second.
completed.
Close
Let's
second.
not like put any tragedy around the fact that these innocent lives were lost. Let's just fucfucking meme the shit out of it.
That's
I
what
do
we
feel
do.
bad about it. It was
These are
kind of my
billionaires
fault.
in a submarine. We gotta give a shit.
All right, my bad. It was my fault, so it's wrong for me to laugh about it, but it's hard for me to not. Anyway, close second place with 9 votes is going to be Feyrin.
Oh,
So congratulations on that inspiration, Feyrin. And as a reminder, last week Lobrin got the player inspiration, so we have a Feyrin and Lobrin inspo for this particular week. I'm sure they won't need it. I'm sure everything will go just fine.
Also known as Fofrin.
Hit it with it one more time. Okay.
I thought of
Why
an
don't
answer
we-
for Twyla, by the way.
Oh, good. Let's hear it.
I pick Yet Again by Grizzly Bear.
Oh, that's good. That's a good
Grizzly
one.
bear.
I love
Grizzly
that.
Bear.
I love that song.
I think that fits.
Um.
fucking no, man.
Okay. So why don't we get into a recap from our very own Lobrin? Session 42.
Oh, okay.
My session.
We doing this?
No, I'm not. I can't.
All right, well, somebody else.
I got it. The party continued to fight Strahd as death rained down upon them. Off form, they had just a moment to awaken or otherwise collect themselves before a fireball rocked the party, downing Lobrin Ark a second time, each, outright killing Lobrin's retainer, Brunor.
Right.
Lucia and Feyrin restored the downed party members to health as Strahd
I
took
get
damage from
4 hit
Arrigal.
points, and that's not me doing shit. I didn't do fucking shit.
I didn't do this. As Strahd took damage from Arrigal before taking a bite out of him, downing him as he attacked and felled Lucia before moving towards his summoned nightmare, Steed Bucephalus. As Ark picked up Lobrin, Twyla attempted to seemingly bargain with Strahd, offering to provide him with the location of Van Richten in exchange for leaving the party alone, which he accepted. Twyla mentioned that there was a tower along a causeway, but she didn't know much beyond that or how to get inside, which was a lie. But he took it. Strahd, satisfied with the information, left the party, who remained wounded and battered. All in all, we consider that a dub because no players got killed.
Okay, that's not in the recap, but sure.
That's me riffing. But anyway, Twyla insisted on needing time to contact Van Richten, as Lobrin, seeing his fallen friend, wordlessly began shedding tears and digging a grave by hand as Ark helped gather stones for the effort and to form a cairn. During their rest, Feyrin heard a voice from one of the distant stone cairns call her over and exclaim she was worthy to wield a spear from it. She investigated further, retrieving this magic object as she meditated upon it. As Loban prepared some final remarks for Brunor, Fenrir gifted him the spear, and he left his lance upon Brunor's grave. Meanwhile, Arik explored the location some more, noticing that some twig blights on a hill near a bleeding tree, which he spoke about with Fagrin, but admitted that the party was too weak to do anything about it right now. Let's be honest, you guys are never going back to that. Meanwhile,
that was my thought.
Fortunately,
Meanwhile, Twyla messaged Van Richten, informing him that she had given up the tower's location and warned him to be safe. He said he was with Esmeralda, away from the tower, and assumed Twyla was okay. And assured Twyla that all was okay, to which she wept in response. He did not assume she was okay.
Fucking,
I'm sure she's fine.
fine.
Yeah, damn.
fucking
party-
like, sends a message and it's just like sobbing and like air gas.
The party, deeply and emotionally impacted by their recent encounter, discussed their next steps, deciding to go to the Vistani camp to find Arrigal, who had rushed there just after the fight to check on his family, and returned all of the gems to the Mardikovs before ultimately exploring Argynvostold, although not without a good amount of argument. And that is where we had left it, with you guys in this tiny hut, with the rain just beginning to pour down upon you on the side of the Svalak road along the woods. Having Farron just seen your long-lost acquaintance, Mira, watch you, along with a myriad of large, wolfish eyes.
Andy, just in time.
Perfect
The
timing.
timing on that was, timing was pretty impressive.
You
We
literally
finished
just
the
hop in
recap.
right as the recap ended.
Wait, you said I'm on time. I'm sorry, but I
No,
can't.
you can't
you
leave.
are 15
Damn it!
minutes late, technically. Okay.
There, now I'm
You
late.
stay locked in here, young man.
You are late. You
Lock
were
the fuck
already
in.
late.
Perfect. Listen, if there's one thing I've learned in my life, it's that the closer I am to on time I get,
The worst
the
secession
worse
goes.
thing. No, not just that. Like the worst things in general go. Like things get broken, people get horribly maimed or injured,
That is certainly the way that
buildings
goes.
burn down. Like in real life,
Like I say,
not
I
even
think
kidding.
it's accurate so far.
So
Like
I just choose to never be on time
Are you the
because I'm afraid.
columnist? Because like you have more time there. Like
Well, don't worry, Andy. I have something that will make you feel better about it.
Danny, thank you so much for the resub, and thank you for the group potions, Derek.
To answer your question,
Oh, Donna.
Zach is driving home from work right now, so it was
And
not
that does
able
not
to
excuse him from the group potion.
No. Aztec said Bill Lobren is an astronaut this session.
Drink and drive. I'm kidding. That's horrible.
My
Hurry
God.
up, baby! Whoa! No.
Break into
He
the
just
bottle
pops
of
out a
whiskey
road
that
soda.
we know you have in your car at all times. Yeah.
All right, cheers, everyone.
No.
Just like my grandpa.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
A PSA, that was a joke. That's a horrible thing to do. Do not do that. Okay.
I mean, I didn't say it was a good thing to do. I said just like my grandpa. Like,
No, I know. I'm saying it's not a good thing to do. My default setting is just assuming that most of the time people will know not to take me seriously, but I do need to clarify every now and
I'll be
again.
right back. I gotta
We're
get
we're a
I'm-
water.
company now,
I don't
Derek.
think
We have to.
I'm
Wait
going
for a
to be-
moment.
We
I'm
do
gonna be
not
honest.
drinking
I've
and
become increasingly horrified by how seriously people take me, and it's like, wait,
I know, I'm
Wait,
scared
no.
about that. Sometimes I'll say something in the company of someone who doesn't know that I'm just like bullshitting all the time. And I'll say something like absolutely crazy, and they're like, "What? Are you serious?" I'm like, "Whoa, no, I'm not serious. I was joking. I was making an over the top lie. I'm
It's
sorry."
like, let me find my mask real quick. Hold on. How are you?
Yeah, actually, that's exactly what it's like. At any rate, those of you who want to, feel free to take part in that.
I feel like there was
But
something important I needed to tell Andy. Now I can't remember what it was.
Well, if it comes back to you, you know.
Argynvostold.
Hello, Edna.
Marv, good to see
Hi.
you here. Hello.
Oh, I remember. Okay, I had something important to say, but it wasn't directly to Andy. Maybe I just thought that because he hopped in right as I was about to say it.
Well, go on then.
Lovelies.
Yeah, well, we're
Can
waiting.
you believe that we're only one follower away from our giveaway?
We didn't get it through that
One
week.
follower. That
We're
could
one.
be you. Yeah, you out there. I see you watching and not following.
You're driving. You don't see anything.
Hit that
I
button.
hope he sees something. That would be horrifying if he just
No.
saw.
You would
Coming
see
traffic. Brr.
a free version of this car in front of me because I'm half in the bag. No, I'm kidding. Not revisit the band. Sorry.
What
Just
is
like
the
when you
giveaway
start
with that?
taking like fast food.
What's the
Uh,
giveaway with you?
The giveaway when we hit 400 followers is we're going to be doing a raffle to give away a piece of our TTRPG swag merchandise that we've partnered up with them with.
Break me
Hell
up, piece
yeah.
of that TTRPG swag.
Like, you
Doesn't
know,
really
kind
show.
of works.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Anyway. You guys were just sitting down to rest in your tiny hut, which has barely just enough room for all
Tiny
of you.
chef.
It's a tight squeeze, but you didn't like. Gee, okay, you're killing me. At this time period in Barovia, you guys came in sometime around mid to late autumn, and at this point, although the forests are overwhelmingly coniferous and there's still plenty of greenery around, the nights are quite brisk. And it's misting and raining all around you, and you're very thankful to have the hut protecting you from it, because in the elements this would be a miserable slog of a night, with you guys shivering and probably catching some manner of a cold.
You mean to tell me this bitch got seasons in it? I thought
Yeah,
it was
I mean,
just
like-
always one thing.
Barovian holiday season?
For all intents and purposes, Barovia is generally pretty consistent, but there are still seasons. The differences between them are less stark than outside of the valley.
And
You
just
have your
Take a
option of wet
watch.
and rainy or rainy and wet.
throwing this out there real quick. Thank you so much, Edna. I appreciate that a lot. And Zach hasn't changed his actual D&D reactive yet, so that is a Spaceman Zingo reactive.
No, this is my character.
No, that's not Lovert. He doesn't have a ray gun.
He like time
Did I
travel.
change-
Got stuck.
Did I change my reactive?
No.
Zach, are you briskly walking into your apartment right now?
Yes, I am.
It sounds like.
You passed the perception check.
Thank you,
I was
Edna.
about
That
to
means a
say,
lot to
may
me.
I take a watch? Speaking of perception checks,
Oh yeah, are we setting up a watch rotation?
I just think it would be safe.
In the hut?
If you are, please, first of all, tell me who is taking watches, and second, describe to me how you're doing it, because in order to take a watch effectively, can you see out of the hut?
I think so, right?
Yeah, you
This
can.
is
Read
what
about
she
the
Things-
hut.
People can't see in the hut, unless they're... Yeah, people can't see in the hut, but if you're inside it, you can see out of it as if it were transparent.
How
I
fascinating.
thought, yeah. It's a good spell. Like, God, they use that so much in Campaign 2 of Critical Role.
Did they by any chance describe the exact spatial parameters of the spell?
Yeah, give me 1 second. I forget how big it actually is. Liam...
Aztec, I'm gonna kill you.
Liamon's Tiny Chef.
Oh my God, Est.
I'm gonna-
Actually, I'm
Did you
gonna
say
kill
chef?
Aztec.
Tiny
I'm
Chef.
not actually at my apartment. I'm at Aztec's house.
Good. I hope you have a
That's
baseball
right,
bat.
buddy.
Wow. You took a long drive there, bud.
Yeah,
You
well,
got there, but you got there. That's a long drive. How'd you get there so fast?
I had to go to work today.
Okay, so it's a 10-foot radius, which means it's a 20-foot circumference, I believe. Because the radius is different.
That's not really a tiny hut, to be honest with you.
Hey,
20-foot diameter.
for a bigger group of people, maybe.
20-foot
20 foot
Diameter.
diameter. 20
Oh,
foot diameter.
diameter.
And
So
so
it
it would have like a 60-something foot circumference.
Yeah, I was thinking of diameter, my bad.
Okay. So it's a bit of a tight squeeze in there. You guys are pretty much having a cuddle buddle in there.
No,
Ew.
I'm
Well,
too upset
Cuddle
right
bro.
now for that.
it's either that or you've got to be soaked and cold outside. But hey,
I mean-
it's better than nothing.
That's actually pretty
Oh.
spacious if we sit like in like a spokes of the wheel type formation. Plenty of room.
Yeah, you know, it does
We
work.
have enough room to set up bed rolls and whatnot.
Let's just
Yeah.
say if someone's snoring, it's going to be a hard night. And I hate to say it, but Lobrin seems like a snorer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lobrin does
we
seem like
know
a
this already
Unfortunately-
from the Knights of Van
Unfortunately for
Van
Goldie, it
Richten's
just makes the
Tower.
most sense that he is. So
He's a
Hmm.
honk.
Thankfully-
He's a honk shoe and sometimes a me guy. It depends.
Thankfully,
Lucia's
Art-
night terrors followed by random screaming.
She gets she screams, and someone else goes, "What was that?"
He's that fucking meme. What was that?
What was that noise?
Ark does not breathe, so therefore he cannot snort.
Also,
Does he
he
even
doesn't
sleep?
sleep.
He also does
No,
not
So he
sleep.
just
doesn't.
walk. That's so
He's
creepy.
just,
He's just
I am going to flavor this as
watch and third watch.
I'm just gonna flavor this as Ark is sitting up, like vertically,
Oh.
just in the corner,
Ew.
eyes wide open,
I'm
unblinking.
also sitting up in
Go
a
on.
corner looking because I am going to get the exact amount of sleep I need, which is only 4 hours, and I plan on sitting up watching.
Those of you that are
theater.
taking watches, please, each of you roll a perception check now, or forever hold your peace.
Can I just, before we go
I-
to sleep, can I please just investigate the book? Maybe with someone's help.
Yes, yes, you can.
I will
Oh,
aid.
ask me! I can guide you.
Oh yeah.
I'd rather have advantage than guidance.
Okay,
Can't you have both?
I can.
Well, there'd have to be 3 people involved.
Wouldn't you have to
I
be
can also
proficient
assist.
in investigation?
No, it's just an intelligence check.
I mean, I can give you advantage.
What if I give advantage and then you guide?
Is that allowed, DM? We did
What?
discuss this last
For the
session. that
book.
Yeah, like if
Yeah, if you're doing this before bed and you communicate to both of them that you would like their help.
I would explain like I've
out
been
of-
doing every single night for the past,
Okay.
I don't even know how long, that I'm going to
I'm
investigate
losing my
the
mind.
journal.
He
pretty
talks
sure-
in
Probably
brain
know at
rot.
that
I
point,
can't
too,
figure it
yeah.
out.
I'm pretty sure at least me and Faerun don't need as much sleep, so we could definitely stay up later to help you.
Yeah, we could do advantage from Arc, and then I can cast guidance on you.
Okay, I'll take it. That works. Let's fucking crack this thing, baby. I'm rolling off the board, though, so it doesn't bounce on a tree.
Okay. And then you also roll the d4. I don't roll it.
All right.
Hold on. Plus...
Plus, please.
Oh,
4, 19!
19!
Is a 19 good?
you did it! You did it!
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Did you
Okay.
pass another
Guys!
What do
one?
we learn?
Yes,
Teamwork!
You did. You got another passage. in
Strahd's
Strahd's
porn
Give that
bookmarks.
to me!
Guidance.
The details of which I will depart to you during break, because I'm gonna have to dig a little bit for that.
Okay.
Everyone
Everyone in the party gets a high five.
Winter just
freaking
starts slamming
did it,
her
dude.
keyboard.
She's
You get it after- you get it after break.
You not know how frustrated this is. How frustrating this has been.
This has been pissing me off for months.
I will roll my perception now while also get, because I can get myself. if
Okay,
that's all right.
that goes for all of you that are keeping a watch, and I'm assuming you as well, Ark. So any of you who are taking that watch, please roll
Ooh,
that perception.
is so
We
bad.
should all try taking a watch if people are up for it.
That is
Sure, I'll say I'll
If
take
there's-
place in third
so
watch.
horrible.
What I'll say is that if one person doesn't sleep, would it be realistic that all of you would really post up to take watches after a really hard fight?
Honestly,
think-
no. I don't think I would.
Lucia's out.
Well, Ark, I hope you rolled you rolled better, because I rolled a 2 with guidance, which was a 1. I only have a 12.
Oh, see, the issue is Ark's got just a nothing to perception. So
Give it a shot anyway.
It's too late
It's
to
just-
give me
just a-
advantage, so
just
Since you,
a
since you
straight-
literally have, since it's not just one shift and you literally have all night, I'm gonna give you advantage.
Do we
Ark
both get
or
advantage?
me?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Oh my god. Okay.
2 15s, yay!
How about
And then
that?
guidance, that's a 22 plus. What is it, 23?
Hey, Danny with a 10 stream streak, thank you.
Yeah, I do have 4
Ark.
hours to watch, so that's a lot of time.
You have a lot of time to yourself. You've had a lot of time in general. You are someone that appreciates silence, as it's how you've spent the vast majority of your centuries.
true.
That's true.
And in this time, 8 hours is just sitting upright and looking into a dense forest and mist. The same dense forest and mist you've been staring at for weeks now. It might be difficult for some people. Maddening, even.
It sounds calming, to be honest.
Well, what I was going to say is that for you, it's really not difficult, because this is a blink in the eye in the face of centuries dealing with what you've dealt with. In that time, the 8 hours as you're watching, You hear them more than you see them. There's the occasional crack of a branch. There's the occasional low growl in the distance. The wolves are still there on the horizons of the woods just past the mist. You can't quite see them, but there's flashes every now and again of the reflection of light in their eyes. Just dull yellow orbs in the night. Though you don't see their form, you know exactly how large and imposing they are. Farron, you see the same. You get much the same experience in the shorter amount of time that you're up. But there's a brief glimpse, too, that there's a taller pair of eyes that glimmer in the night. There's only one that gleams,
I'll be right
but you
back.
know that there's someone watching you.
It's her again, isn't it?
Seems to be.
Damn it. I'm just gonna be more sad to my...
She's
Fuck.
quite a distance away at most times, but she's there. Doesn't seem to make any bones about it either.
I'm just gonna be more sad. I'm on my computer, but
Yeah, Farron's... I mean, like, Farron's cried so much that at this point, like, her lips are just puffy, her eyes are just red and swollen, and she's just somehow still managing to make... That's how I'm going to excuse the first roll that I made.
Yeah, it's
I
at
should
this
have
point.
kept it and like said that was why. That would have been like good, you know, like
That's what you're doing now.
whatever.
At this point in Curse of Strahd, it's not like pretty Tumblr picture crying. It's ugly crying, and that's
It's
okay.
ugly
There's no
crying.
shame. There's no shame in that.
Well, I'm not crying anymore. It's just like the aftermath of like, yeah. It's not like, oh, it's cute. It's like, no, I'm swollen and puffy and horrible.
This shit sucks, and no, this isn't romantic at all. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get it. Okay. And unless
Also,
anyone,
I did think of a song. Sorry.
oh, go ahead, go ahead.
I thought of a song, not that to describe Farron's experience in Barovia, but I thought of a song that I think is a song that fits Farron, and it's an oldie.
Well, now
It
hold on.
is-
Does it fit her now or at the beginning?
Yeah, the
That's an
question
important
was, does it
distinction.
fit her as a person, like
now.
before the campaign or like right now?
All right,
Someone
well,
doesn't go through the 2 weeks you've had without being forever changed.
that's true. Okay, so beginning campaign song Suzanne by Leonard Cohen.
Okay, Leonard Cohen.
He's a
Okay.
60s artist.
Yeah, it's a classic pick.
And then I'll think of another one for now.
Okay. With that,
I also thought of something to describe Lobrin by the end of this campaign. The boots from the 28 years later.
oh my god! To describe Lobrin?
At the end of this
Punching up and
campaign,
down again.
That's 28
I'm
years.
excited. I'm very excited for that movie.
It should
Me
be the
too.
Lucia theme,
That
if
movie should be
anything.
really good, yeah.
yeah, but Lucia had.
Lucia,
Lobrin's
that's
not losing
already
his
her.
mind.
That's already her song.
I feel like that's going to be Lobrin by the time we finish the campaign.
But I mean, very possibly. But at present, he still has his mind without him. Anyway, without any objections, and let me know if there are any, we'll say that the morning finds you, not dramatically different from the night, and in the forest and in Barovia, let alone. There's a bit of a kind of overcast light that finds the valley, although, were it not for those of you that were awake on your watches, it would not nearly be enough light to wake you naturally, and as it is, it's only ever a dim sort of pallor. It's never enough to feel like the warmth on your skin or the radiance in your eyes a little bit, and it's been some time since you've been without that.
Do the wolves leave at any point?
The wolves, as the morning finds you, good question, because whether or not they're just giving you more distance or they've left permanently, you don't know, but you don't see them.
Oh, the wolves were there again?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that to the group.
Okay, thank God. I can do the
Not
thing.
again.
I can do the thing
During the
once.
watch, Ark
We
was
were
able
visited-
to infer that they basically never left.
Okay.
We were visited by the wolves throughout the night. They didn't seem to want to get too close, but
Well, because
were
they don't know
there.
what to do when they see a giant dome. You know what? Thank
I
you,
saw her
Twyla. That
again.
was probably the most okay I've slept.
Gives you a nod. Also, I'm just gonna throw this disclaimer out here really quick. If I disappear off and on, it's because there's something in my eye and it's really fucking red and it hurts and I can't get it out. So I've been going back and forth from the bathroom trying to get it out. I'm sorry.
do you have like a
Okay.
eye washing kit or something?
No, we don't have any eye drops, so I've just been using the sink water.
What I found helps is if you take a shot glass, fill it with water, and then like kind of hold.
Oh, I
your-
see how you're going
Oh,
with
that's
this.
a great
It's sa-
idea.
It sounds uncomfortable as hell, but
Oh,
it sounds
it's
like
very
it effective.
Make
uncomfortable.
sure it's thoroughly
Um,
rinsed and
Yeah,
cleaned
it
before.
does work.
We have
Like if
clean
you
ones
can,
downstairs.
I'll do that on
if you
break.
can like blink your eye open and close in it, it's
Probably just a lash, but still.
Just throwing it
Yeah.
out there if I like miss something. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah.
Barovia.
Right.
I was just gonna say. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Because after Ark was talking about the wolves, I was gonna go off that and say that um, I I'm pretty sure that Mira was with them watching again, and I kind of think now that she might always be with them watching from a distance, or at least a majority of the time.
It's a likely possibility. But
She won't come closer though. Like, I mean, I guess that's a good sign, especially after the last time I engaged with her.
she seems like she won't come too close for now. I'm concerned for the future, though. She
I am
seems to be
too.
fully in Strahd's pocket now.
And she's strong. She's powerful. And
Stronger
angry.
than she was.
Oh, yeah. And she's angry. And anger is a really good motive.
Elizabeth wakes before Lobrin does. And as Lobrin wakes, she kind of like fumbles with his armor a little bit and kind of takes over Brunor's position as the as battle master, sort of, or master of arms rather.
Burgermeister.
Burgermeister, that's right. And she doesn't do it very well. It takes about twice as long as it otherwise would have, but she
Why would I buy
slowly,
other guy?
slowly manages and figures out how to don Lobrin's armor onto him. And as she's doing it, she sort of slowly kind of like is looking around a little bit and whispers to Lobrin. She says, Master Brokengulf, I have a request if you'll indulge it.
He just looks. He doesn't say anything.
She kind of gulps a little bit and she says, Would you teach me how to use the sword? It would comfort me.
Certainly try, but I'm not really sure it's going to do anything. I'll bail you to protect 2 people already. I'm not sure that your safety is best within my company.
Well, then maybe I should
Such the icon of confidence.
learn to protect myself then, if you'll pardon me, sir.
Surely. But perhaps you would be of more benefit learning from somebody more capable. Like one of these adventurers. I'll gesture to the rest of the party.
I hope it's not imprudent, sir, but I have enough agency to choose for myself who's appropriate for this task, and I'd like to choose you.
Fine. I only learned to use this thing about a few months ago properly. So, very well.
What? What?
She kind of like purses her lips a little bit and nods, and then goes out to the edge of the woods and just finds like like a sword-sized stick. Like every.
I mean, there
kid
are corpses
does.
down the road.
Huh?
There are corpses down the road. Maybe they have a sword.
Maybe. I think at first opportunity she'd pick one up, but at
I thought you were gonna say she walks off into the woods and is never seen again.
Oh god.
No, she's doing the 10-year-old classic of finding a really good sword stick.
It's a twig blade.
10-year-old classic. I do that at age 27. Thank you.
I did that yesterday.
I mean, sometimes you find a really good stick,
Yeah, you do. And sometimes you find a stick, and when you're hiking, and you literally just become Gandalf.
That's fair.
It's quite pleasant. I
It is
can't wait
nice.
for hiking
When you
season.
find you find a phenomenal one too, it's like you never
Mhm.
forget the one that got away.
The one that got away. Derek, I need you to realize I currently have about 700 sticks lined up against my wall.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
but
None of them get away.
But you're telling me there's no stick from your childhood that you think back on and think like if that was the branch, that was the
I
stick.
kept it. I kept it. I don't
Damn.
get rid of them.
I
They're in-
kept it.
I know we're talking about sticks right now, but I'll never forget. I don't know what age I was, but I was in the woods and I found this like perfect stick that had like the branches coming out from the end that made it look like a cross guard. Like it looked like the perfect sword, and I was so happy to have it. It broke, but man, I loved that thing. I still
You
think
treated
about
it too much like an actual sword.
I did. That was the problem. But man, I think on it. Anyway, enough about sticks.
Curse of
what-
Strahd, the stick conversation. What's your favorite Curse of Strahd episode, Billy?
Like,
I like
listen,
the
we
episode
need
where they
these-
talk about sticks for a long time.
We need
Real-
these little moments to get us through.
Real talk, me and my friends used to like sword fight with sticks and stuff, but we had to stop because we started getting too real with it, and someone grabbed a thorny vine and started using it as a whip.
Someone picked up
There's
like a
always-
tree
there's
log.
always that one
Divine
drink.
whip on you.
So
I,
naturally, I grabbed a really, really long stick and used it as a lance, and I just charged them full force.
Oh my
I have a
god.
story. I have
As you do.
I have a story I'll have to tell after the campaign or after the session, but like I fucking like made my head start blinking like in the fucking face. It was
Jeez.
fun.
Anyway. So Elizabeth's doing that. How are you guys all spending your morning outside of the tiny hut? The rain has abated. It's like misting out, but you can be outside without being sopping wet. The dirt road in between the trees, is muddy and unpleasant to walk in. There are puddles at each sidelong corner, and the tree is
Lucia's just
about
kind of counting
ahead.
ammo,
Fair enough.
just like muttering to herself.
To make the trek go faster, and because Farron doesn't want to talk to anybody, she is horsing up. And so, because I know you said that.
I can't talk to you. I'm horsing.
With 3 horses, it would be fast.
That's gotta be
Sorry.
Warning, Faye. Oh, never mind.
That's got to be the most convenient thing in the world when you see someone like you kind of know, but you don't know well enough that you want to talk
Turn to a
them.
horse.
Just
Don't you turn into a
It's just
horse
like,
to
"I'm
ignore
sorry,
me.
This is my daily horse time. I'm sorry.
I thought I
You're just in a supermarket.
saw a friend over here, but it must have just been a horse.
Anyway,
Ark
Coriander's
is-
waiting for you outside too. Go ahead, Ark.
Ark is packing up his stuff and putting it in the saddlebags of his horse. And he's going to say, if we want to get to Valaki soon, we should get a move on.
Well, we're not
Yeah,
going to
sounds
Valaki,
good.
we're going to the camp.
But
Oh,
we
yeah,
were
we're
dropping
gonna
off the
be
gems.
It's
first.
a
It's
weird.
the same
it's a-
area.
I'm gonna contact the Vardakovs at the
Wild
camp.
shape.
They can fly
It's
to
the
us.
same area.
The
You can
most-
see
They're like
Valaki
within
from the
eye
camp.
view.
You can see them from the camp.
Right before we start off,
Semantics.
if Coriander will let me, I want to walk up in horse form and see if she'll let me just gently put my head against hers.
Seeking
if-
comfort in horse.
Seeking
She's
Which
lying
is seeking
down
comfort
right
in
now, and
horse.
she's doing that thing that horses do, where she's kind of got her head tucked into her side a little bit. But as you come up to her, she just gently kind of reaches out her neck and boops her nose against yours.
I don't have speak with animals on. Wait, but can I talk to her in this form?
I mean, you're a horse.
Yeah.
You're a horse.
All it requires is
I'm
one
just gonna tell
unfortunate
her-
mic cutout.
I'm so happy you're still with us. Oh my god, I love this horse.
I have to tell you, it's been a hard couple weeks, but that's all right.
I'll keep you
And
alive.
horse,
as
it probably
much
feels
as
like
I
years.
can.
Well, I
Yeah.
reckon. That's all. That's all she says.
Nah, I reckon. I reckon
Well,
you're in
right.
for a reckon.
What in the My Little Pony?
Shut up.
What the hell is going on?
What's happening?
First off, that's
I'm
them fighting
bonding
herds.
with
Different
my
thing.
favorite freaking
Favorite-
NPC.
favorite
If
who
you're
has
not
Coriander.
tuning into
sword.
Curse of Strahd for horse roleplay, then I don't know what you're doing.
Like we're horsing around, man. We gotta focus. British.
I said right before we like take off on the road. That's just something I wanted to do.
Speaking of
Okay.
horsing around, Zach, are you at your computer?
Yeah, I've been here for probably
He's been here.
about.
Get the hell
7
on,
months.
low burden.
Yeah, why are
You
you still
little
in Ashton?
freak.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, that's right. Tailspire. Doi.
Hey, Quinton! Hi,
Not just
Quinton.
Tailspire, but you're
Quinton.
reactive. Hi,
Hey,
Quinton.
Quinton.
Oh, my reactive. Yes. Well, I told you all I am a spaceman now.
No,
Yeah.
no, no, no,
All
no.
right.
All right.
I'm so
Oh.
terrified to see the Vistani camp. Oh my god.
To the
I'm not.
Vistani
I'm
camp.
excited. I think it's going to
Okay.
be great, and they're all going to be
So-
alive and healthy and well and embrace us happily and say, "You guys are best."
Get the
I like
fuck out! Get the fuck out!
Hello!
I feel like
Anyway.
when we approach, we should stay like we shouldn't like go directly in. We should
Get
like be
the
on the
fuck
outskirts, you
away.
know?
What the
Um,
fuck is this
Unless it's
map?
like on fire or something. I don't know.
I think it's safe to assume that you guys are progressing down the road, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
yeah.
before we transfer over to the Vistani the Valaki Vistani camp, I had that backwards. As you guys are passing Valaki and giving it a wide berth, I'm assuming, given the state of everything,
Yeah.
you see that there is still some smoke rising from the center of town.
Yeah, I think the murders are continuing.
That place is a lost cause.
And as you guys are heading past the first gate, you see a familiar face on horseback heading down the road. A younger-looking nobleman in fine clothing on the back of a black horse, very pretty black horse.
It's the
One
guy.
you haven't seen in some time. It's Vasily von Holtz, exactly the very same. And as he sees you, he saddles up his horse next to you guys, and hails you with like a kind of like a low bow atop
Refresh
his
my
horse.
memory.
Vasily von Holt was the nobleman.
Guy.
Not quite curly hair. No, you saw him at first leaving the chapel in Valaki, who had made an acquaintance.
Oh,
with
this
Irina.
motherfucker that I didn't trust.
Remember we thought he was like maybe Strahd,
Like a fancy guy.
It's like a nobleman
Let
in
me
the
see if I
town.
can like
Hi, Dread. Hi, Captain Cedric.
And as he sidles up next to you, he says, "Oh, good morning, my friends. It's been some time since I've seen you. I'm happy to see that you're all in good health. You know, it's in times like these, it is not an easy thing to come by."
Or it's just in the background, like waving him to stop speaking like that. I'm joking.
Sorry.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Twyla's just gonna kind of remain fucking stunned and silent in like this fucking fugue state that she's been in since yesterday. But give him like
So
a courteous nod.
Yeah, Lucia's kind of, how to put it, she's not over it, but she's like, fuck it, I had to put on a people face for this. What's going on in town?
I'm a horse. I don't
You know, it is not a favorable state, I fear to say. The Vokters have taken over, and taken over leadership, that is, and there is something of mob rule at the moment. It is not the place I'd like to set up roots, so I've decided late last night that I would leave. And I did so this morning, with as little as I could to my name.
Where will you go?
It's a good question. I think perhaps Village Barovia might be a suitable place.
You know what? Every single option's awful, so I'm going to suggest this one. If you're down to have a weird religious person, Kresk is well fortified.
But I've heard that they do not let strangers into Kresk. Is this true?
You can bargain your way in. That's what we did.
Probably now with this.
I've never been much for bargaining myself. Perhaps I should, hedge my bets.
Fair enough.
Well, enough about me. How are you all faring?
Oh my gosh, excuse me.
Been worse, but been better as well. We're alive.
Well, it's just no small thing to be thankful for. But such a
Especially
pallor
here.
over your faces. It looks as though you've had as difficult of a time of it as
Whoa,
me
who
and mine.
died?
I just look at him in horse.
You
look at him in a horse.
Yeah. I don't even know if he remembers. I don't think I ever even met the guy. Did I?
You were in the background with me. You were one of the
Yeah,
only
you
people
were.
that went to me
Oh,
when I
yeah,
talked to the
yeah,
kid.
You were
You
one
all
of the
met
few.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
met him very briefly.
didn't really
but
talk to him
You had
much.
like a better
Oh my
reaction.
god,
with
guys, tell him I'm dead. Don't tell him I'm
Reaction.
a horse.
I was the
Tell
only
him
guy
I'm
that was the only guy that I think I was the only one I talked to like in depth.
Yeah,
I
you
think
had the
so.
deepest combo with him, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
And
Guys,
Go
tell
ahead.
him I'm
good
dead.
luck with it.
what did you say?
Oh, I said good luck with it.
Oh, okay. He just kind of nods a little bit and he frowns. Says, and I wish you much the same. My condolences about Brunner. And then he just kind of like cracks the reins on his horse a little bit.
How the
And
fuck did he
I
know
don't
that?
recall us
Yeah,
mentioning
Mind
that.
fuck, mind fuck.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And he begins
We're
trotting
dealing
away.
with this.
I'm
How the
gonna
fuck
I'm
did he
gonna
know
wait.
about
I'm gonna
Brunor?
try
No,
calling.
he doesn't trot away.
Oh, okay,
Farron stops.
you guys are
independent-
flagging him down.
Yeah.
What was Art gonna say?
I was gonna say the same thing. Like I would. How does he know? Oh, unless
As you guys
what's
flag
his
him
name?
down, he slows down a little bit and he says, "What are you guys saying to him?"
Well, Lobern really
how
should
did
be the
you-
one.
Yeah. Open.
How did you
Or-
know about Bruno's passing?
Well, I mean, it was easy enough to surmise. You said you had lost someone, and there is one missing amongst you from last I
I
had
don't
met
recall
you.
us saying we lost anyone.
Didn't you say that? Did you
Did
say that?
somebody say
No
that?
one
think
said
we
that.
I
did.
didn't say
We
that.
did it.
No one said that.
I think you said it out of character, and maybe I assumed that was in character. My mistake.
Possible, yeah.
Might have been.
He didn't know the retainers' names, did he?
I mean, he met all of you.
Oh.
He may have
I'm
changed
so fucking
introductions.
paranoid.
I'm a little bit alarmed
Um,
at your sudden state of awareness about our party, but I have no reason to hold you. Nor do I really care at this rate.
Well, so be it then. And should you ever need a company or resources, anything I might offer, you might find me in Village Barovia or wherever I can find a foothold.
Yes,
ever come
yes. The
back to
man
Village
who
Barovia?
left with almost
roll an
nothing, as
insight
you put
check?
it. And you're going to go to Village Barovia.
Never go back.
You sound like a worthy ally.
I do what I can.
Safe travels.
And he kind of nods at you and just kind of begins trotting away again.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
don't
don't.
trust that. I don't trust like that.
Like,
I don't
I
either,
don't
but
trust like
trying to
that.
instigate in
I
the
roll
in the midst of
insight
town
check.
might
Nah,
not be
yeah,
a good
not
idea.
either.
Like while he was like talking to Lobrin, like could I have incited that before he left?
Incited what?
Like his behavior, like how, like if that's how he really, like, did he really just remember Brunor's name, or if there was
No,
maybe
the
something?
DM just admitted that that was his mistake.
Oh, I was not paying
Eh.
attention. Ignore this roll.
At any rate,
Damn, that would have been a good roll.
okay. So I'll have you guys move on over to the Balaki Vistani camp, which is
Back to me.
It's in the
Under Valaki.
Valaki folder.
Yes.
Yes.
Missing community content. What?
yes.
You
So
gotta
this is my
download all.
This is my first time doing this, but yes, I used a community.
Alright, I hit download all. I hope
Yeah,
it's
this is the
cool.
thing I'm going to be doing for more frequently. As you guys arrive, the scene at first you smell it before you see it. There's the smell of
Fire.
wood smoke on the air as you're going through the forested path that leads to the Vistani camp. And whereas previously, the Vistani were renowned for being something of a boisterous bunch, very much being able to, have revelries and a good time even in very dark circumstances. Right now, it is deathly quiet as you guys approach. As you make your way atop the hill, you see the hovels along it that belong to the Dusk Elves, but the vast majority of the Vistani's wagons are gone. And those that remain, like a pyre, just lit and fully caught on fire, like past the point of saving. Looks like they've been burning for some time. Some that had bales of hay in them, some that looks like they were just kind of like old rickety cabins. It looks like whoever was here left in such a hurry that they meant to dispose of what they couldn't mobilize quickly.
So this doesn't look like an assault. This looks like planned.
I'd say it would look planned were it not for the fact that there are a couple bodies on the ground as well.
Oh,
Is that Miss?
I
won't look.
Not many, but
I'm
some
not
here,
down on
some
the
there.
map yet,
Let's see, I got Twilight, I got Ark, I got Lobrin, here's Farron,
and Lucia.
and Lucia, that's right. Okay.
Lucia.
You see, amongst the very few people that are there, you see on his knees with his arms wrapped around a young girl is Arrigal, and you can recognize Arabelle as well. And the horse, Flax, his horse, in between themselves and the front tent. And as you guys arrive, he kind of looks back to you, still holding Arabelle, and he says, and he doesn't say anything, but he does beckon you in quickly. as though he
I've
means
run
to say
over.
something.
Is she alive still?
Arrigal is alive. She's not. She seems stunned. Like her eyes are staring straight ahead. Her mouth is slightly opened, just like
Does she
partly
look
open.
injured?
I have.
No, she doesn't look injured at all.
Is she in shock, or is she like something I can cast Lesser Restoration on?
It looks like it's shock. And
I mean, restoration.
Arrigal keeping one arm around him, just kind of like looks to you in particular, favor, and he says, "Can you watch over her for a moment? I need to take care of my brother."
Yeah.
I'll help.
Is he
And
hurt?
then I'll start following Arrigal.
I'll follow Arrigal. See if I can help my brother.
He just kind of shakes his head, in not a way that's affirming or denying, just in a way that's just
Like, son of a bitch.
he just doesn't look like he's fully here right now. And then he just hurries up to the tent.
I'll stay right on his heels. I'll follow him up the way.
I'll stay with
Arabelle, for her part, is herself seems like distant, and she's like there's this slight tremor to her body, like she's seen more than a 10-year-old should ever see.
Oh my God.
And Ark, as you approach the tent, you see not only a few bodies outside of it, but also Luvash's body inside, a puddle of blood below him, congealed and blackened. It looks like he's been gone for at least a few hours. Arrigal is like he walks up to him, almost looking like he means to help him at first, but then just falling to his knees and like putting his hands on his brother's chest, realizing that it's far too late for him to do anything.
Oh, good. I thought Arrigal was like insane. Like, don't worry, guys, he's just sleeping right now.
No, he's mourning.
Lucia will kind of just silently nod her head.
Eric's gonna put his hand on Arrigal's back, just in like a silent support.
There's not much of a reaction from him, but he's got his eyes closed very tightly, and you can see from the set in his jaw that he's gritting his teeth, like he's trying really hard to control himself. And he just kind of, in a very steady voice, says to you, "She can't see this. Do not let her see this."
All right.
I will. Is there a ties or something that I could use to close over the entrance of the tent a little bit?
There are.
I'll do that.
Okay. And it closes easily enough. There's a fire pit in the middle that's been burnt out for some time. There's still some coals that look like they were here. And Arrigal, it takes him some time, but he eventually stands up and just kind of like looks to you and says, "I don't want to leave him like this. You're a holy man. Can we give him rights? Bury him? I don't know."
We know
most certainly
me and him
can.
know what to do.
Lucy, are you there?
I'm with him.
Yeah, she said it was.
I'm pulling you up
I-
then. Do-do-do-do-do.
I most certainly can. Is there any particular requests that you have? Any customs that your people adhere to?
No. He just kind of like looks in a vacant way down towards his brother, and he shakes his head and he says, "No, we were never godly men. It is more than we deserve, perhaps."
Nonsense.
No. All are welcome.
Lucia like
All to-
stammers a bit while thinking that, but she will go ahead and start beginning like final rites.
All dead.
Watch the
deserve
tent.
Respect.
Watch the
Also
tent
gonna-
if you can, Mark, just in case the kid tries to come up.
Ark was also going to help with preparing rites, but
Okay.
I'd be watching this from like the entrance of the tent.
Yeah, you sure.
We would have it closed.
yeah, no, we closed
Well,
it
but-
behind us.
But I would say if Loban wanted to be there, he
Okay, Lauren,
have
if
to-
Lauren wanted to come in,
Who stayed with the kid? And
I would not have.
I did, I
would
stayed
have
with
definitely
Farron.
followed you all.
Yeah,
Okay.
me too, so I stayed.
Farron's horse mode comforting the child.
No,
If
I'm
you close it,
very-
I'm just gonna be
Yeah.
standing out here like
Actually, Ark will ask
I'll-
Loban.
listening.
I'll say, Lobrin, you had more than enough time to see what exactly the scene was, and you can hear what's going on in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
Loban,
listening.
can you make sure no one approaches?
He doesn't say anything, but he just turns around and stares.
Why? I should show the kid. That way she can feel the pain I'm feeling.
Ark is gonna take
No.
out some linen that he has, and he's gonna start like working on a burial shroud to wrap him in.
Okay. And what is your intention for the manner of treating the body?
So the Vistani are wanderers, correct?
Yeah, they're nomadic people.
I'm trying to look up because Ark would know this. Andrew would not. I know that in my
If you'd like to know about like rites that might be significant to the Vistani or similarly nomadic cultures, I could have you roll a religion check.
I know on my necklace that has all of the different religious symbols, I have a few coins for. There's like a specific god of wanderers, because Ark has prayed to them a few times in his travels.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. If this is something that has been previously significant to Ark, then I'm not going to challenge you on that at all. And certainly any rights that you provide for him, Arrigal is going to more than allow. And as you're handling the body, Luvash was kind of a brusque and harsh, very large man, but it looks like he was killed quite quickly. His throat has been torn out.
Yes. I'm
Standard
going to
procedure.
butcher this name. Farlingon, god of horizons, distance, travels, and roads. And I'm going to take his coin and place it upon Luvash's chest as I wrap his body.
Arrigal watches you do this, and he doesn't stray far from his brother. It looks like he's having a very hard time kind of gathering himself at all. What other rights are you providing for him? Do you guys mean to like kind of leave the body where it is with the shroud and burial or immolation, perhaps?
I was actually going to ask Arrigal that. Would you prefer him to be buried or cremated? How would you like him honored?
He doesn't say much, but he does give a flick of his head to the large fire pit in the center of the tent, and he just says, "I don't want to see him again. At least not as my brother."
I understand. I have placed a memento, a token of. I am horrible at names. Farlingon.
Sure, that sounds right to me.
Sounds right to me too. He's a god of distance and horizons. Perhaps in this way, Luvash's soul may hopefully be allowed to depart from these lands, to travel horizons that he's never seen before.
Kind of nods along a little bit, and he just kind of rests a hand on his, on the linen where his brother's chest would be. There are a couple shed tears, but not much, and he leaves the tent quickly, and he just says, "Thank you. Please, whatever it is you need to do, do it."
I'll look to Lucia and say, I'm unfortunately mostly out, but do you have any oil that we can
I don't
anoint
think
the
I
body
do.
in?
Well, I have gun oils, I guess, if I have stuff to clean my kit.
I have lamp oil. That's not like sacred oils, but
Well, we'll make
it'll
Just don't tell Arrigal that. It's fine.
it'll help make sure it's a cleaner burn, I guess. Gotta make do somehow.
It's a cleaner burn, Arrigal. Don't worry, we walk out the tent on fire.
Ark does not say that.
We did it, Ark. We sanctified the corpse.
Ark is gonna take out the lamp oil and just like kind of.
I am going to do like a prayer on it to work symbolically, like.
Yeah, Ark will join you in that as he anoints the body in lamp oil.
Like, it's really funny, but it's also really touching.
But thankfully, I do have incense in my kit, so Ark is gonna light that.
Okay. It may not be sacred oil, but the act itself is probably more than someone in their position could have bargained for.
I mean, they can't bargain; they're dead.
Well, exactly right.
And with that,
Man, where's
Ark
Twilight
is,
with my ghost sound?
Ark is also going to ask Lucia for help one more time in lifting the body and placing it upon the pyre.
All right, I'll help him.
And with that, Luvash goes up like a lamp.
Okay. And the smoke rises from the opening in the tent. It's not hard to see or glean what's going on in there, but Arrigal, for his part, is trying very hard not to look back.
So from Farron and Twyla's perspective, they see us go into a tent and then it starts smoking. We're hotboxing right now. Everyone's dead and we're hotboxing.
Yeah, they're chiefing.
Lucia would not want to be in a blunt rotation.
Oh my god.
Oh no, wrong
rotation.
Exactly. It's like
Arrigal.
Strahd, the abbot. Like
Arrigal goes over to where there is a heavy stone placed and lifts it, and it looks like there is like a small little divot in the earth between stones where there is a kind of wicker woven bottle, it looks of wine, and he picks it up. He walks over back to Lober and he says, "This is my brother's secret stash. He said that anyone that touched it would be the death of them, so I hate to put this bad luck upon you, but it seems it's already found us." And he kind of offers the bottle to you.
Hey, Elizabeth, hold on to this.
Oh god.
I'll take it. I'll drink it. I'm not going to say anything. And I'll hand it back to him after a sip.
He does the same. He's keen
Eternally
on
sorry
not
for your
talking
loss,
himself.
Arrigal.
And he just kind of casts his head downwards. He says, "I hate to say it, but this may be the last time we enjoy these pleasures in our lifetime." And he takes another swig, and he just kind of walks back over to Arabelle.
Death at this point might be a reprieve, Loban will say as he walks off.
Lucia is just gonna kind of silently just stare at the burning tent. And her eyes just gonna start twitching.
Ark is gonna respond to Loban and say, "For some, yes, death is a reprieve."
Fancy funeral you guys gave a stranger. And he just walks off. Back to the group.
I'm still with...
Lucia's eye is going to continue twitching at the comment.
How are you guys treating Arabelle right now?
I would
Of course.
be on... I would get down to her level on my knees. And I guess while they were in there, knowing that she's in a state of shock, I guess I would try and be like... At first, I would try and say... It's Arabelle, right?
It's Arabelle, yeah.
Yeah, Arabelle. Arabelle, do you remember me?
She doesn't say anything, but she kind of looks to you with like big, wide eyes and nods a little bit.
I'm just gonna smile and try and look positive and happy. And I'm gonna say, I know what happened here was probably really, really scary. But I think that because you endured it, you are so brave and strong. And not a lot of people are. Not a lot of people would be how do I talk to a child like?
Oh, now you sound like you're a fucking...
I know, like, okay.
It is hard. It's not easy.
I'm like 3 sentences away from calling you out as open.
I genuinely thought you were
Hold on,
about to
give her a
cast
second, give
polymorph
her a second.
on
I was
the
good
child.
I was good when I was telling her that she was brave and strong.
Take your time.
And then I'm gonna say, do you remember the last time that I was here? And I know this is probably fucking nothing, and it's not gonna help much, but and I asked you what your favorite flower was.
She kind of like nods again, and then she just kind of like she blinks a little bit, which is about as much as she can manage.
Yeah.
And she looks like up towards where your first meeting was, which was just outside the tent.
Mm-hmm.
And Arrigal sort of like comes over and kneels beside you as you're talking to her at this point, but he doesn't interrupt you.
So I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna say, do you remember when I told you to close your eyes real tight and that I was gonna show you a magic trick? Do you want to see that magic trick again?
She gives you another nod.
Okay. I can't remember what was her favorite flower. What did you make her favorite flower?
I have no idea. So we're gonna say
Why
that
don't
I
we just give her like a beautiful like yellow tulip or something. I don't know.
Sure.
Okay. So I'm gonna say think really hard on your most favorite flower in the whole world, which is gonna be yellow tulip. And I'm gonna druidcraft not 1, not 2, but 3 in my hand.
You flex it like it's a new class feature.
Yeah, I know. Because I can grow more. It just takes I have to like concentrate on the seeds.
As you cast the spell and the flowers appear in your head, not your head. Can you imagine?
It's like, oh, it's on
All in your head.
Hey, man.
People were just pretending to accept flowers from me. I'm just crazy.
No, in your hand. Excuse me.
Sorry, I just thought it would be funny.
She goes from like distant and vacant to kind of gasping a little bit, which is a reaction that's more in the present, just some manner of success from the state she's been in.
That's good.
Arrigal is kind of watching on in an encouraging way. He doesn't say anything. He seems to be trusting you, but there's a little bit of a smile on his face as like an eager smile on his face as he sees her respond to this. And she kind of reaches out as if to take the flowers, but then like kind of retracts her hand.
And
almost
I'm gonna say, no, they're yours. All 3 of them, they're just for you. And I was like, I tried to make them as beautiful as I could, but they're still not as beautiful as you.
And she just she kind of beams at you at this, and she shows you her teeth, and she takes the flowers and she kind of holds them in both of her hands, clutches them to her chest, and as she looks up to you, she says, Can I stay with you? And before you can even respond, Arrigal just kind of furrows his brow a little bit and says, I'm sorry, that's out of the question. No, we need to find somewhere for you. And he looks between you, Farron, and you, Twyla, and he says, we need to find somewhere for her. She cannot stay with us.
I understand.
Us. Hey, look at that. He's still in the party.
You can stay with us for a little while we find you somewhere very safe to be. And we'll visit as much as we can. I promise. And each time I do, do you think it would be fun if I did if I did my magic trick a little different every time and I made a new flower?
She nods vigorously at this, and she kind of she just reaches out and hugs around your waist and kind of puts her head against your neck a little bit.
Yeah,
and Arrigal's going to stand up, and he's going to walk over to Twyla, and with just pinching the bridge of his nose a little bit. He's hiding his reaction, but he goes over to Twyla, and he says, "I'm going to need a moment with you. Would you mind?"
Absolutely.
And as he steps a couple feet away, expecting you to follow,
yeah,
out of earshot of his his respective daughter at this point, he just kind of turns to you and he says, all right, you're the one with brains in this group, so I'm going to need you to tell me where we can find safety right now.
It's all stupid, guys.
No savage.
That's not what he said. He's just going to the one. It's going to the one that's been very smart. You've had answers before. You're the one with solutions. So where do we put her?
She's gonna sigh a bit and goes, well, speaking plain, there's really not any great options here.
And he's going to kind of stand straighter and kind of look down at you. a good bit taller than you, and he's going to say, "That's not good enough, Twyla."
I'm thinking, Arrigal, and she's gonna think for a minute, and she goes, we did just pass somebody on the road just now. Do you know the Van Holts?
I've never heard this name before.
They were... I never really talked to them. That's more of what Lucia did, but there was one of them from a well-off family, from what I can gather, and he's just fled Vallaki, given its condition, and he's setting up shop in Village Barovia. He seems to have resources, and perhaps safety.
You trust this man?
I would need to converse with Lucia on the matter. She spoke with him more than I.
I will not leave her somewhere that I cannot be certain that she would be safe. Do you understand me?
I agree, which is why I think we should ask the person who would know best.
All right. And he'll turn and kind of head back to Arbel and Farron.
I'm just telling her that one day I am going to try my very best, because anybody is capable of harnessing the powers of nature in my mind, and I'm going to try my best to teach her how that will work on it. But I'm just talking to her about how I'm going to teach her how to do the magic, which is just
You've more than caught her interest at this, and it was.
I'm just trying to keep her in a positive mood.
I'm not going to roll persuasion or anything. It's
Coco
not.
Melon.
It wasn't easy to get her attention away from everything she's seen in the past few hours. But everything you're saying is at least enough to captivate her enough that she's not looking back at the place where her father is currently burning.
I am going to turn her into a druid dread. A
Lucia?
powerful one. She's going to be great.
She is smelling it though.
Oh god. Lucia?
Burning bush.
No response. She's just staring still.
Lucia!
No. Huh?
Can we
Need
speak for a
something?
minute?
Yeah.
I'll pull her.
What do you
I'll pull
need?
Lucia aside with Arrigal.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because he's probably going to want to hear it from her. Yeah.
He'll come back over.
And I'll say, Lucia, do you come over to us?
Yeah, I'm oh my bad. Sorry. My thing isn't clicking. Thank
That's
you.
good.
None of my shit's working right now. Ever since I hit the
that's
download all button, I can't interact with the board. I'll have to relaunch Tailspire.
Oh shit.
No problem.
She's gonna say, Arabelle needs a safe place to be. I didn't speak to the Van Holts as much as you did. Would you say that he's a safe spot for her in Village Barovia?
Village Barovia was kind of a shit show, wasn't it?
This whole place is a shit show.
That's fair.
Better than
This is me. It's been so long since I talked to that guy. He was the guy that saw me catch the kid basically admit to knowing where the shit was stolen, right?
Vasily did see that, yes.
He didn't snitch on me, yeah? If I remember right?
No, he did not.
All right.
Also, in character, you guys would know that amongst your first interactions in Barovia was at Father Donovich's church in Village Barovia.
Oh, wait, is Donovich Van Holt?
No, he's
No.
not. He's not. He's no relation.
But there's
he's a
something
priest.
weird in that church. We know that.
That's true.
You're right.
What, the Vallaki church?
No, in
No,
Village
the
Barovia.
no,
That's the one that's
in
got
the
like the
Village
fucking
Barovia
like
church.
werewolf downstairs.
Yeah, that had some fucking
Whatever's
creature
happening
there.
down there.
Yeah.
Are we all
Lucia's
involved
thinking
in this
of, like-
conversation?
No, just me,
Just
Lucia, and
me as Viola.
Arrigal.
Lucia away.
Ark, what are you doing at this time?
Ark would probably be going around to each of the bodies and
Okay.
carrying them into the main tent. one
Yes,
by
that's perfect, while I keep the kid distracted.
That's a good
actually
idea.
Coco Melon.
one. And he's probably not going to go as elaborate as he did. I almost said with
Praise
his-
God, be
Yeah.
whatever, and like kicks her body.
Uh,
Oh my god.
just kind of like a peace be with you, and just chucking them into the fire,
Oh lord.
along with some
comedy sketch
Imagine one of them
shit.
goes, "End with you."
and
Sometimes
just like with some logs too, because we're gonna need more logs for the fire.
Sometimes a slapdash mass grave is better than a lot of people get.
Yeah.
This is true.
You know what though? This is a
Um,
this sounds like a Monty Python sketch.
I will.
This whole
Sure.
campaign is a
I-
Monty Python sketch.
I am waiting to hear the "I'm not dead yet" bit
I'm
from
not
one of these
dead
bodies.
yet.
But I am going to.
Excuse me.
Lucia is still
I-
like pondering.
Okay.
I don't want to be too disrespectful, but also these people aren't using what they got, so Ark is going to rifle through their pockets a little bit.
Oh my god. Damn.
Okay.
Now-
Just for anything like useful, like maybe silver daggers or other weapons.
Fred said, "Wow."
there's a handful of silver coins that you can get your hands on, about 7 worth in total, but that's about it.
That's
You
Hi,
can have that
Falco.
to
Look,
be
I want to look at
first
coin.
thing
That's just
yeah,
mean.
don't take money.
Falco.
Only stuff
It's
we need.
Falco.
Yeah, I
But-
wouldn't take money, but I would use it to like place upon like. I'd cut it in half and place each half upon their eyes as I threw them in the fire.
Sure.
God.
Uh,
I'll say
We're
to Lucy.
poor.
Priesting it up.
What the fuck?
Lucia's still like pondering.
I'll say to Lucia and Arrigal, listen, this is my line of reasoning behind this. Village Barovia seems to be one of the last places that we can at least rely on for a little bit of safety. Not much, but a little. Vallaki is in pure revolution. Crest can't be entered and is run by some kind of crazy abbot man. There's nowhere else to go. The tower is no longer safe. And she like looks.
I don't
distant for a
disagree with
second.
the thought process.
Village
that man
Barovia is the
was-
last place I can think of.
Strange vibes, but he didn't. He was trustworthy when I told him I needed him to keep something information secret.
He
Plus,
sorry.
what Irina's manor and all that, right? Everyone's gone there. Technically, that'd be housing for them, yeah.
Well, I don't know if he can just take it as simply as that. I guess that's
But
technically
there
a
is
government
someplace they
building,
can
isn't it?
hide.
But well,
Government,
can-
yeah.
he can secure a location, and at the very least in Village Barovia, he's not the only person we have an ally with. There's also Parpol.
Oh, he'd be so. Oh, I love Purple.
Frankly, out of character, I trust Purple more than this fucking mysterious nobleman we've seen twice now.
Well, at that point, we tell the nobleman bring her to Parpol.
Why wouldn't we just go there ourselves? They're both in Village Barovia.
We have shit to do.
We
have
gotta go to
lots to
Village
Yeah,
Barovia
I'm
anyway.
assuming that Twyla's gonna.
Are we going to
message or
Barovia?
Sending.
I would
to
just
this
actually
guy.
say Arrigal takes him himself.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest.
Like we
that.
have more
we
important
have to
things.
go
We
a
have
different direction.
We got a lot of shit to do.
So, okay, as you're saying this, Argal pipes up and he says, "This Van Holt, how much do you trust him?"
I'll be completely
he-
honest, Arrigal. In Barovia, that is that is a strong word, but he's one of the only people that didn't immediately stab us in the back. So, kind of one of our best options.
He's a good man. You can tell me this.
Yeah, I would say I think he's a good man.
Okay. And where
And let
last
my
have you
soul-
seen?
Let my soul
This-
rot in eternity if I'm wrong.
You said he was heading towards Village Barovia?
Yeah, he said he could read the writing on the walls in Vallaki and wanted out. So we can tell he's not down with the coup.
He cannot be far up the road then. Perhaps I can ride quickly and bring her to him?
If you ride quickly enough, you should be able to get there.
Tell him we sent you.
Alright, I will do this. Thank you, both of you. There are so few boons that we have now. This may be among them. And where
Right,
shall
it
I
is.
meet you?
Now here's the hard part. Where are we going next? Argenvost, was it?
Arrigal, it
There-
sounds like you'll meet us at Argenvosthold.
Forgive me, I do not know the name. Is there some other moniker or description I might recognize this place by?
I'm
Why
going to
don't we
show
just-
him the map and show him the general area it was alluded to be.
So it's like south of the tower, I think.
And I'll say, we don't know exactly its location, but it is rumored to be the entrance right around here.
Ah, alright then.
We're also
Right.
kind of clueless, so maybe we'll bump into each other while searching.
I had routes in the proximity. I'm certain I can figure it out.
Worst
At
case,
any
I can
rate-
always send you a message.
You will be heading right there, is that correct?
We have no other objectives in mind.
Well, we gotta
Except to
drop
find out
gems
what
off.
that key is that you have, Lucia. But,
I don't
We
know
also
where
do
we
gotta
go.
drop off the gem.
well, I'm going to contact the Mardikovs to meet us a little outside of this place before we head there.
Are we all in this convo now? Like,
No, just
what's
me,
happening
Twilight,
here?
and
Lobrin,
Arrigal.
you're within earshot, I would say, but Ark and Favorite, who's a little bit preoccupied, I'll say, are outside of it.
All right, because Ark just said something there, and I didn't know
no,
he was a
I
part
was
of
just-
it, so that's
that
why
was
I
out
was.
of
Like,
character.
I was
Oh,
looking
alright,
for
alright.
clarification
Sorry
on
about that.
something.
At any rate, oh, go ahead.
No, that's
Okay,
it.
go ahead. So he's just going to nod a little bit, and he's going to say, "In that case, I will catch up with you. I will. If he's not far up the road, then I should only be an hour behind you, if that."
I'll give him a nod and say, "And Arrigal?
He's dead.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry."
I am too. And he just kind of gets to his feet and walks over to Arabelle.
They're
I
fucked.
wanted to say
They're
things
fucked.
to him
Hey,
before
hey,
he leaves.
Do you trust this guy? I had a nice combo with him, so yeah, here, yeah.
No, don't come back, Twilight. Go away.
Yeah, he's
can't, we're
going over
meeting
to
up
you.
again.
So
Oh, I don't
you
trust
can
this motherfucker.
you can have a conversation with him because he's walking right over to you.
Can I talk to you for a second? A little bit away?
He'll nod to you and just kind of flicks his head over to the side.
Okay, I'll just go where he goes.
Eh, good enough.
It's good enough.
This fucking mini you have for him, I swear.
I know, it's so funny.
It's the best I could do.
First, I just want to say how sorry I am for everything that happened. And honestly, part of me's wishing that I stayed dead on the ground because none of this would be happening to you.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
He's just gonna furrow his brow a little bit, and he's gonna say, "You would wish upon me a second tragedy to go with the first."
Damn, mourning his brother and still with Riz.
I know! I was like, whoa! I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna say,
Jeez.
I should have. It feels like the wrong time, and I should have told you a long time ago. But I need you to know that I'm in love with you. You mean
He's going to kind of reach out and put his hand on your shoulder and look down at you, because I think he's a bit taller than you.
yeah? I'm only
Maybe a little bit taller than you.
5'3".
I meant... You'll forgive me, I meant to say the same, but I can only say it in the way I know how. And he just kind of... He's going to lean in and he's going to kiss you.
The drill.
Oh, shit.
So would he cover Arabelle's eye?
Ooh.
I'm gonna kiss him back.
Arabelle's,
Lucia will go back to
Arabelle's
looking
busy,
at the fire.
Arabelle's busy with the flowers. She's fine. We're fine.
Yeah, fine.
Lucia will go back to looking at the fire.
Look at the flowers, Arabelle. you
Lobrin
fucking
jingle
deviants.
keys.
Look at the flowers.
Think about the
Coco
rabbits.
Melon.
I think I'm sort
Jingle,
of
jingle,
gonna
jingle.
still be crying, but it's gonna maybe make me cry a little bit less, a little bit more. I don't know. My emotions are all over the place. I'm gonna be heartbroken
And
for this,
ruins.
but just
And the art.
very
No,
happy.
I can see that. I can see that in the future.
I like
Um,
Farron because she's my only
No.
other experience with 5e Druid other than Druid Town, and I hate Druid Town.
Druid
Fuck
Town.
is Druid Town?
Like
And,
Baldur's Gate.
That sounds like an MMORPG from like
okay,
1998
the
that never
grove,
made
okay,
it.
Okay.
Yeah, the Grove. Right?
Ask your
I
parents
hate
before
them.
logging into Druid Town.
My god, Toontown.
does he say something when he pulls back, or should I say something first?
Do you want to? Because otherwise he will.
I want to hear what he has to say first.
As he pulls back, he just kind of like looks you in your eyes and he says, "No matter what happens, you stay alive, and I will be right behind you, always."
Okay. And I'm gonna say, it's maybe a lot too, but I know that now that you're her essentially paternal figure, I'll do everything I can to help you. And maybe she doesn't need a maternal figure, maybe you don't want that, but I will be there with you whenever
He's-
I can.
He's gonna pull you in for one final tight embrace and just kind of whisper into your ear, "She should be so lucky." And as he lets you go, he's gonna go over to his horse and look back at you once before he picks up Arabelle, mounts it, looks between all of you, just gives one final nod, and rides off.
Wow. Dude, what the fuck? He's so badass. I
All right,
hate that.
so chat, what do we think's gonna happen? A, there will be a happy ending involving all three of them, or B, something bad will happen.
B, something bad's
Honestly,
gonna happen.
something bad will happen from Lucia's perspective. It works out. Kidding.
God.
Lucia's like,
Christ.
oh yeah, I trust
I'm kidding.
As he's going away, I want to quickly druidcraft and maybe have to roll stealth check, but I want to put a pink flower in the back of his. See if he'll notice if I put a pink flower in the back.
I'll let you do it. That's fine.
Okay, thank you. It's like
That's-
silly and funny.
That actually really
Anyway.
explains Lucia's RP.
It's just like
After
full
we're,
circle
I
back
really
to
trust
No,
him,
she's
yeah.
just crashing out from everything else. That's just a side meme at this point.
Why don't we take a quick 5-minute,
10
10-minute
minute.
break for you guys to do anything you need to do. I'm gonna go get myself another little drinky poo, and then we'll be right back to it so we can get back to Days of Our Lives, Vampire Edition.
10-minute break. We'll be right back, lovelies.
BRB.
I've got stuff to say in character before we leave this place, by the way.
I got my kiss.
Yeah, I wanted to see a little more about like what the fuck happened. Like, are these people actually cooked? Like, how many survived? Did they move somewhere else? Like, I want to see if there's any evidence that the Vistani are still out there. Like, what the fuck's going on? Like,
We could. I mean, you.
We could always ask
Argal-
Arrigal about it later.
well, I just want to look
He
around.
comes
It's
back.
probably
What
like a
What
quick
if they die?
investigation
Literally,
check.
in my head, I keep thinking, what if like they just go off and then they don't come back and they're dead?
Well, that happens.
maybe.
When if
Possibility.
that happens, it happens.
It could happen,
It is a
man.
possibility.
It's Barovia. Like, it could happen.
Miracle.
Like,
Oh my god.
we really,
It's a possibility.
we really don't know like who this fucking guy is. Like, we really don't.
Okay, how do I put it? We know less bad things about him than we do like bad things about the other people we have fucked with. Kresk has the abbot. Like,
I
this
was
is
gonna-
it's a worst of any situation
she
here.
Stay with the Mardikovs.
Yeah, I would have.
The Mardikovs in
over
Vallaki.
that.
Don't Vallakis hate Vistani?
Well, I think
Yeah,
they
they
were
do.
planning on. I thought they were planning on going back to their and rebuilding their winery after they got the gems.
Well, that's the Mardikovs. We'll have to see what they do with that. But like,
We gotta give.
I
them
wouldn't want to risk her
This is
sneaking
why
her
I have
into
stuff to
Vallaki.
talk about when we get back, like in,
Yeah, this
in
is
character.
the next thing we have to do after break. But yeah, Derek's not even here right
Well, why
now.
don't you
Well,
do
first
it
thing-
now, you little bastard?
Because the
First
DM's
you
not
go
here, you
check-
little freak.
You should go check your eye, right?
We
Winter?
were
I
ready to
actually
straight.
did.
Oh,
we're
okay, you
I
got
did
it.
earlier. I got it out. It's,
I'll be right
it's
back.
good.
What was it?
I don't know. It's just it was probably like you ever get like one of those little like invisible like polyester threads in your eye
Yeah.
and you can't
Freaky
fucking
Billy.
see it. Freaky Billy.
Was it Freaky Billy?
It was Freaky Billy. He couldn't get out of
Get
my
the
eye. but I
hell out
watched
of here,
it.
Freaky Billy.
But,
But like,
bas-
how do I put it? With all of our options, I don't feel bad about that. And besides, everyone else is like, oh, we're all gonna die anyway. Like, shut.
I think that was genuinely the best possible option we could have presented for this. But I have some things to discuss in character when we regroup before I even contact the Mardikovs.
I
Lucia
don't
was
know.
having a mini
I-
crash out by that fire, by the way.
Sending somebody off
Oh, I love this art of Farron. Sorry, I got
to a stranger, there are better courses.
How do I put it? We're in Barovia. We barely know anyone, and anyone we do know hates us. Like, Arrigal's only our
this
party
part
member because we drew cards.
Yeah, we kind of really fucked up, honestly. We really like didn't make. Good
And to be honest,
connections
I kind of adore that. It's a really interesting dynamic in the campaign.
here.
I
How does
kind of
it
like
feel to
having
not have any friends.
I kind of enjoy having no direct safe spot. It kind of makes you think on your feet in every location we've been in.
Yeah.
We've
So like
done
out of,
epis-
in character, this sucks. Out of game, this is probably like some very enjoyable roleplay and stuff. Because Lucia thinks, by all accounts, that is their best option they have, and she will defend that choice.
You know, at the same time, it's not like everyone hates us though. We've done right by a lot of people.
We've done right by a good amount of people. We've just
Tried,
done
yeah.
like It's just that the right we've done is a lot more
The low
unsung than the
Musketeer.
wrong we've caused.
Yay, Red Mouse.
His
you're right,
signature's in the
Lucia.
arm, but it's by paper.
I don't know if that makes
I don't
sense.
know why
though,
I'm calling you Lucia. You're right,
does.
Catherine. It's like we're still fucking role playing.
I'm used to like being called by my player name.
You know what also sucks is the fact that Casimir is definitely not here.
Which one's Casimir again?
Casimir was the person we were supposed to get more information about the temple from.
What makes you say
yeah.
he's not here? What makes you say that he's
You
not
just
here?
said no one's here.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to ask about that. Are there like ghosts among the wreckage, or is there no one fucking around?
I told you that the hovels built into the hillside are still there, but the carts are
We'll
gone.
have talk with
There's
the dead
hobbit
Parts are gone.
holes?
Look at the map. There's houses built into the side of the hill.
Oh. I didn't know there were hobbit holes.
I don't think we have to call them hobbit holes.
They're hobbit holes.
Can somebody talk me out of buying a Dragon Lairs 2 cabinet to try to fix it and like unconvert it, knowing that I never will?
An arcade cabinet?
You just talk.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Zach.
Well,
You just talked
okay.
yourself out of it.
No, I'm still
Here's
tempted.
here's my one thing. Given that I've been in your apartment, here's my question for you. Where the fuck would you put that?
I already have one coming. This would be a second cabinet.
What? No, where would you
Why-
put two? I can't
where'd
even
you
think
put
of
the
where would
first
you
one?
would put one.
I have a
Well, okay,
functioning.
first off,
I have a
what's the second
functioning
one?
asteroids coming.
Well,
And
okay, that's kind of
this is
baller. I'm not
just
gonna lie.
Yeah, it's fucking pretty sick. And this is just like something else I found online. It got converted into like this naval game called In the Hunt, which is whatever.
Yep.
So I'd have to deconvert it, which I don't really know how to fucking do, but I always wanted to.
I'm so confused of where you would place these objects.
I have an idea for the first one. For a second one, yes, it would be difficult.
For a
with
second
all
one,
the
for
furniture I
sure.
have.
Like, you could get away with one. Because you do have some space to work with. A second one? What the fuck?
Listen,
Don't.
it looks. Fuck it, this is a rare cab, man.
Don't
Dragon's
fucking
Lair.
do it! Maybe you should have thought about that before you bought the first one.
Dragon's Lair 2!
No!
The fucking second one!
Aztec, do something.
I need to get a laser disc player.
Aztec, add something to the bingo card as punishment. You get another free spot.
Why did Winter just? I heard you from your room just yell, "No!" What happened?
Because Zach is making irresponsible decisions with his living space.
Making bad financial decisions that
What are you
also are
doing,
going to
Zach?
impact the...
Jack, you were just looking at homes last night to save up for.
He
Why are
bought
you
a
thinking-
fucking arcade cabinet, now he wants to buy a second one. Where are you gonna put it?
Listen...
Oh my god. Wait.
The second one would be a project.
Wait, guys, we
You
did
know
it.
what I could do?
We did what?
Azalea and Breeze, thank you so much for the follow.
Did I cut out? I
Yeah!
heard really loud.
400! Oh my god, thank you! Welcome in! We're on our break right now. I'm sorry we're on a slideshow, but welcome in!
You're our 400th follower!
Congratulations, you're our 400th follower! That
Oh
means
my
next
God.
episode of Curse of Strahd, we're gonna do our giveaway.
Oh my
If
god,
we're
this is so
still
exciting.
if we're still on soup talk, I want to ask if there is a spell, subclass, or multiclass you would have changed. Would you have done it, and what would you change it to?
No.
That's tough.
Like it could be like picking up a certain spell. Maybe you wanted an ability score rather than a feat.
I wish I rolled higher on my
All
hit
of
die.
us or just Twilight?
That's what I'm doing. I wish I rolled
I think
higher
that's
on
for
my
everyone.
hit die.
I've been rolling really well on my hit die.
I rolled pretty bad early. Recently, it's been like
88.
okay, but
I took Resilient, that's
I
why.
have 67. I think I have the lowest HP out of
Sometimes
anyone. in
one
the party.
bad roll can screw over your entire playthrough.
I rolled a 1 on
It's
a D10.
true.
I think
yeah,
at one
that's
point, and I
what
was
I mean.
like,
That's what I mean.
"There's my
I think the
HP.
lowest
Should have
I
taken the
rolled on
average."
my hit die was...
I'm
would
so
have
not
been
used to
8. I
like
think the
rolling for
lowest
hit
was a
die anymore.
4 or 3 maybe.
You can
You
take
kind
the
of always just
average.
take the average, yeah.
Steve always
I just
takes
say
Yeah, but
average.
I'm not used to that. I'm just used to it adding the maximum every level.
Oh.
Max plus your con every level. That's what I'm used to.
Do you guys remember when I was still playing Mira and I leveled up twice and I rolled 1 on my hit die twice?
And she said you. To be fair, the amount of hit die you had didn't matter.
Rangers are Rangers decent? No, they're D8.
All right, but back to the important subject. Dragon Lairs.
You're
2.
not buying another cabinet,
But,
goddammit.
This would be a. Here's what I'm thinking. My complex will rent you a garage for like $100 a month extra. If I get one of those
Are you
garages
even allowed to
and
store
put it
Are
cars
you
in it or
serious?
anything with cars in it?
I could like work on it in the
Not
garage and
financially
shit.
responsible.
You would-
You're
okay.
never gonna get your house.
Would you have fun doing it?
Well, that's what I'm
You know
gonna
what,
find
genuinely,
out.
that's a question.
You don't even know.
I can fix. I know I can fucking fix this cab, man. It's functioning. The CRT is working. I just gotta find out.
Yeah, well, my opinion
I
is
gotta
that
get all the Dragon Layers 2 shit, which is gonna be a fucking pain in the ass.
my opinion is that if you really think it'd be a worthwhile cause and you think you'd enjoy doing it, then go for it, my man.
Fair enough.
All right. Here's the thing. I gotta lowball the guy though. He wants too much. I gotta lowball him.
Well, sure, but you can negotiate. You never
We're-
know.
we're-
I will state one of my favorite things with
People just
for
want
the
to get
soup
rid of
talk.
these.
Picking up
I think
alert.
it could be fun. Could be rewarding.
Picking up alert was probably the best choice I've ever done.
Alert is pretty good.
Oh, it's
You
pretty
having a high initiative is really fucking good.
And it just worked so well narratively for her.
I am happy I took.
That's
Because
true.
it's not her being alert, it's her being paranoid.
Paranoid. Yeah.
Winter.
Yeah.
The Zen of Arcade building.
Twyla has successfully decoded another
Oh,
part.
Oh
of
yeah,
Yes.
did you?
Strahd.
This break's about to end. Send it to me.
Would you like me to read it to you?
Let's go back to our main screen and you can read it for us.
Is the time up? Have we?
Yeah, the
It's
timer
like
just
30
finished.
seconds. Yeah.
Okay.
Wonderful.
You decode another part of the passage.
I'm
and
gonna
you
need this
begin
in
to
text too.
Sure. You begin to notice that each passage is written in a different kind of shorthand. And it's clear that this is done by someone with too much time on their hands, and someone who's quite.
I want to learn how
intelligent
to
as well.
write. I want to learn how to write Japanese. Now I want to learn how to write Greek. Like he's just bored fucking with it.
1 second.
That's probably pretty accurate, to be honest.
Fuck you, Strahd.
This new passage that you've just decoded painstakingly reads as follows.
Painstakingly.
Okay.
Yeah.
it's like an ordeal to read it. Like, oh, with this shit again.
Decoding it anyway. I have found the answer. A way to save my Tatiana, to keep her with me. I traveled to the edges of my land and found there something lost, something hidden away, preserved in amber deep in the mountains past the Salenka Pass.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my
They are,
god.
they are magics thought too dark for any man to know. These magics held the secret I needed to save her. And perhaps in saving her, to save myself. My youth has been squandered, my life given for my people, for my land. I have paid every coin that I have. And I found myself to have purchased the fool's prize. I have never feared death, but time has always been my greatest enemy. The years slip away from me, and as a moment passes, I look in the mirror and realize that I am becoming old. After all that I have given, am I not worthy of a measure of time? Time to rest, time to love. There are costs, I know. Those have been made clear to me. Never again shall I walk in the sunlight. Never shall I know true sleep. Food will be but dust in my mouth. Holy ground will be forbidden me as well.
Oh.
But the
hated
gods have
that.
never done me much good. And what are these costs, any of them, besides Tatiana's life, her love for eternity? Already my soul is forfeit. There is too dark a stain upon it to ever be undone. But perhaps, with more blood on hands already too red to notice any difference, I will be able to keep her with me forever.
Oh.
Wait, Winter, why did
Okay.
you gasp initially? when he
Because
Yeah,
that very
I-
first passage, it says it all. Like that's the
Lucia
two
kinda
sentences are the
is-
most important parts.
Lucia kind of tuned in during that part.
Okay, so I'm gonna say in character. I didn't recite this to anyone yet. Did we all like gather back up after Arrigal leaves?
That is
Yeah,
what I would
yeah.
assume.
Get her and Pookie off the screen. It's making me sad looking at them.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna say to everyone, listen, I understand the move is to go to Argynvostold. That's what we told Arrigal, and he will meet us there when he can. However, I cannot stress the importance that we at least make time to figure out what this is, this temple in the mountains that Bayron was told about, because I got through a little more of the journal last night. And it really does have something of great importance to Strahd, some great secret that we have to look at. This could be the key that we've been missing to finally defeating him. And I'm gonna recite everything that was in that passage to everyone.
I'm gonna look at all of them, and I'm gonna say, I fucking told you.
And I'm gonna emphasize the fact that it says preserved in amber deep in the mountains, and I'll say, Lucia. That key you got is amber, is it not?
It is. Real quick question, because it kind of just hit me while Strahd was talking about being old. What, race is Strahd? I always assumed he was an elf.
He's a human.
He's a human.
I always assumed he was an elf.
Oh, he's a human.
He's human. But
I love him just, complaining and oh, woe is me, do I not
woe is me, I'm so old.
It, bitch.
He was human.
Yeah, but I meant more initially before becoming a vampire.
Dread said he's an asshole.
He was human.
I genuinely, you could have told me he was an elf.
So here's the thing. I think maybe you got the impression from all of his servants who are Dusk Elves, or at least some of them.
I need to look at Art of Strahd, because doesn't he have pointy ears?
He has pointed ears, but he's a vampire.
Yeah,
okay, I didn't know vampires acquire pointy ears.
That's interesting to bring that up.
Either, but
yeah, because it's not something I would have had assumed myself. But regardless,
I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's a complete semantic. It was more just really interesting to kind of.
No, it's a fair question.
Anyway,
but Lucia, you got an amber key, did you not?
You have a gigantic. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I said what I needed to say.
A gigantic what?
Thank you for the hydrate, Sippy.
I just yelled. That guy's dead now. The one.
Lucia, you got an amber key, did you not?
Fucking knew.
I mean, you are the one that gave it to me.
So, this has to be it. This has to be something incredibly important. And I'm fine that we're going to Argynvostold first, for whatever reason that this is somehow more important. But we have to at least go to this temple afterwards. This is too big to miss.
I agree.
I
would argue to go to the temple first, but I know we already came here first.
Do we even know the route?
Guys.
I would argue we go to the temple first too, but it seems some are very sold on this paladin stronghold.
I'm down for the temple first, but depends on what we all want.
I do think we need to go to the temple, but I still insist that we go to Argynvost. I think there's a chance, at least for now, that we could use Argynvost as some kind of safe haven. I know there was danger there, but if we can manage,
if you're confident we can clear it out, then yeah.
If we can manage to take it and make it ours, maybe even. He even says himself that he can't enter sacred ground. What if there's a way to what if there's sacred ground in Argynvost, or that we can make sacred? That could provide an amazing stronghold for us, especially considering what
I can't argue with the logic.
It's very true, and I don't disagree with you, Ark, but I do have a serious question for you.
What's your question?
My question is, while that is all true, and there could be something useful there at the very least, I would like to know why, at least in your mind, this takes precedent over something that we know for a fact could be of grave importance.
That is of grave importance.
My other reason that I think we should, at least for now, put a hold on going to this hidden temple that Strahd found is we do not know any of the dangers that await us there.
We know none of the dangers in the hold.
And the fact that Strahd gave us a key to this place makes me question it even more. If he wants us to go there...
You've seen the man. He's egotistical.
Or does he need something from us? Is there a chance that there might be something there that he himself cannot unlock, but he needs someone else to access it?
Well, we'll never know until we get there and find what he's hiding. something that's very important to him, and it seems to all of this land of Barovia in general.
Quick piece of clarification, DM.
Go ahead.
You said that Argynvost was a temple specifically to Helm, right?
No.
Oh.
Wasn't it
No.
to a dragon?
Argynvost is the name. You would have this information by now. Argynvost is the name of the dragon around which the Order of the Sylvan Dragon, a group of knights and paladins, was formed. Argynvost Holt was their stronghold.
I remember hearing something about that. Like we were hearing, like it was silver.
Silver Dragon.
Yeah, silver.
Silver
Yeah.
Dragon. Argynvost. Sorry, I need to just rearrange my thoughts real quick.
No, take your time.
I misunderstood.
Take your time.
No worries.
I misunderstood the assignment.
It's okay.
Oh, this changes everything.
No,
Does
it does.
Ark just like
does
holds his
not.
head, going, "Oh my god."
It doesn't. Ark is still very interested in it. But now for different reasons. The fact that there's potentially either a history or remnants of a silver dragon, which are known to usually be good aligned creatures. If we can gain anything from that,
Well,
I think it'll better prepare us for what awaits us at this temple, or at this hidden sanctuary of Strahd's.
You see it,
maybe.
will ponder.
Maybe, but let me
I
pose
can't-
you this question, Ark. While that may be, this is a temple and a stronghold. Not a temple, I'm sorry, I'm mixing my words up as Twyla because I've had a glass of wine.
You're good.
This is a stronghold that has existed for a long time. A paladin stronghold. That while it could have important things in it, was never able to hold off Strahd in the past, and didn't have the means to in the past, so what possibly could we find there now that could help us?
I'm not certain. But until we find what this sanctuary of his is, what secrets it may hold, I would like to at least try to get more decoded in the book, or do more research, maybe inquire about it from the locals, though they may not know.
I understand,
The
but also
locals.
understand that we're really running out of time. The next time we come face to face with that man, I feel like it's gonna be our last. We don't have much time left to figure out what's going on here before he's finally done with us.
Consulting the map, what direction is this hidden
Yeah, I also
amber
kind of,
location?
it's like part of me
Because
wants
if they're
to
in
know,
the
but
same direction, or
Only
even
Faerun
close-
would know, I think.
reading what Aztec said is something that I was also thinking about, and that's why I'm so conflicted.
I mean, it's true, but I don't know if that's what Twyla would be thinking about.
I don't know the way there. It was the man who was going to show us.
Well, no, because it just
Who you met
said
here.
on the.
Yeah, who is presumably dead now, no?
Well,
We haven't checked yet.
No, actually,
real quick.
Would you
didn't
like to
the map-
check?
I'm sorry, Andy.
Sorry,
what
go
did you say?
ahead, Ark.
How do we check?
Didn't the
Did I miss something while I was away?
Hold on.
didn't the book
break?
just tell us the pass that we have to go through to get
It
there?
says, I traveled to the
mentioned-
edges of my lands and found something lost, something hidden away, preserved in amber, deep in the mountains. That's not very specific.
And it was deep in the mountains past something.
No, it just says deep in the mountains, and then the next sentence is, they are magics thought too dark for any man to know. These magics held
I
the
swear,
secret, the
so
So
secret
there
I
was
needed
a,
to save
there was a
her.
specific location that was mentioned.
It was like
Faerun,
in
go
the
ahead.
mountains past the
There
creek
is
or
not,
whatever.
there's not a
You wanna
location in this
Make a
passage.
Perception check?
Yeah, go ahead and you had met him initially
Yeah.
at this house.
I would say check the bodies, but I put them.
This one? Oh, I thought.
Everybody
Or it
that's
was-
on the
I-
ground.
You're telling me I swore it was the one over here, but okay.
Nope, no, it was definitely this one, 100%.
Okay.
All
We
the
don't-
bodies that are on the ground are not Dusk Elf bodies; they are Vistani bodies.
We don't
Oh.
recognize any of them, do we? Like seriously recognize any of them?
There are only 4 of them, and you recognize them to the extent that you've been in this camp before. Actually, one of them is one that you gambled with before, Lobrin.
Damn.
Damn.
Looks like you came out on top.
Yeah,
Oh
guess
my
I win.
god.
As you knock on the door, presuming that's what you do, Farron,
Yeah, I knock.
the man who has elfish features, only his ears are torn off. He has shredded ears. This tall, lanky dusk elf kind of approaches, cracks the door at first, looks out at you, and he just kind of narrows his eyes a little bit, and he says, I was wondering when I would see you again, to be honest.
I was hoping it would be sooner rather than later, but...
You took your time.
Yeah.
Is he gone?
It hasn't been on our side. Yes, he's gone.
He's going to step out and close the door behind him. And he's going to say, I presume this is about the proposition I made you earlier.
It is.
And he's going to look up at Lobrin, who's standing on the hilltop overside him, and he's going to say, so I am to presume that you're ready.
Ready for what?
Ark, are you there?
Yeah, you guys did not move your tail spire minis at all. That's why I was on the hill.
I got it. He's gonna look up. He's gonna look up to all of you guys. He's gonna say, "There's a place in the mountains, somewhere that Strahd doesn't want people to go, and that can only mean there's something of importance, knowledge, a weapon, perhaps."
Twyla's just like zooming in on Ark, like getting up in his face, like I told.
And he just kind of reaches past the side of his face, and his fingers graze his torn ear, and he says, I have my own reasons for wanting to go. But I can't go by myself. The way is dangerous.
What do you know of this place?
Not much, but I know how to get there. I know that it's in Mount Gakis. And I know that's treacherous, the path, and very cold.
Mount Gakis? That sounds fake as fuck.
Mount Hawktool.
Let me make sure I'm pronouncing that right.
Mount Faerun and Arrigal.
Oh
Ark's gonna look to the rest of the
Gakis is right. Gakis is correct.
And
go ahead.
And say, guys, I still don't think that we're ready to do this just yet.
The now or never situation.
The fact that Strahd gave us the key, or a key that appears to lead to this place.
Strahd's given us dinner. He's invited us to parties. He's done a lot of weird shit.
Strahd is like the cat who plays with its food before eating it. He would not have given us the key if he didn't have something planned. I don't want to play into his hands, and I doubt there's any weapon there that will help us to defeat him. If anything, there's something there that will help us.
Needs for you to talk with the Sun Sword.
Casimir looks up to you, Ark, and he says, and how has defeating him without any advantage gone for you?
Not well so far, but
Well, then it seems you might want to humor me. You got a key, I just heard.
Lucia will pull it out.
And he just kind of squints at it a little bit, and he says, I'll take any advantage we can get. Do you have any warm clothing?
That won't be much of a problem for us, and she'll pull out like the ring.
All right.
He just kind of raises his own hand and reveals a ring on his finger as well, and he says, unless I'm to believe that's something special.
It projects heat. We were able to walk through Kresk without any change of clothes.
He goes back to his little hovel in the hillside, and he comes back out with a few cloaks that just look like they're made of, rawhide and pelts. And he says, just the same.
Better have it.
And he kind of tosses one to each of you, just something to throw over your garments.
Better to have it or not need it.
I can't make this trek on my own, and the travel itself will be treacherous. There is no one in this valley I can trust, but you're not from this valley. Can I count on you?
I'd say yes. How are we going to deal with this with Arrigal, Twyla?
Well, this is my question. Is this what we're planning to do?
Ark's gonna look to the...
I'm pretty down at this point.
Ark's gonna look to the rest of the party. I don't think I can join you on this if this is the plan you're going for.
Ark, why is this hold so important to you? How is this not the priority?
Because my priority is not defeating Strahd. My priority was never defeating Strahd. My priority is gaining my freedom, the freedom to die. I've never been able to do that. The whole
Well, we're in
reason I came
Barovia.
on this
Not like we have an
journey-
option there.
Casimir
Oh.
just begins chuckling a little bit, and it begins low in his chest, and then he looks up at you and he says, You chose the wrong place to find a way to die in, sir. Even if you die here, you'll be stuck the same way you are now, just not in flesh and bone.
So, Ark, you're saying that that part of the reason that you've been fighting so hard to go here is entirely for selfish purposes?
Partly. I don't want to see any of you come to harm. But-
And so you're going to try and leave us.
I have been searching out paladin strongholds, holy orders across the lands for centuries, looking for anything that can potentially free me from this curse.
And you think in this cursed land, you're gonna find it?
I don't know, but I want to give it a shot, and we've been talking about going to this specific location since we got here. Since we first found out about it, but we keep getting sidetracked, and I'm tired of getting sidetracked over and over and over again.
Ark? Lobern has lost 2 of his closest friends. Farron might have just lost someone incredibly close to her, if not this entire place around us in flames right now, because of actions that we've made. I just compromised the safety of the only person who's ever cared about me for what I am, rather than just what I can do and perform for others. You want to go here for selfish reasons? What have you lost here, Ark? What have you sacrificed for us? Absolutely nothing. And yet you carry that relic of the Sun Sword in your hand, and we trust you with it. And now you're gonna leave?
I just want to find some semblance.
Who's to say we can't after? If you do this and Strahd jumps us, you're going to be stuck here, like that guy just said. We kill Strahd, just gives us time, as much time as you want, to find a way to do it. And believe me.
And how do you know us going here isn't going to play into whatever plan Strahd has?
I think it's better to go for something for the chance of it helping us than go for something completely unrelated.
And who knows? Maybe you'll finally get Farron feeling kind of betrayed at hearing this. She's gonna go, maybe you'll finally get the death that you so desperately want.
Even if you got it, I'm afraid that would be a fool's errand. The dead don't leave Barovia. Whether you're walking or not, you're stuck here. Your best bet is to find your solution somewhere else.
I've noticed that. The souls seem to be stuck here.
Should we
Seen that
message-
when we were here
should
first.
Should we send to Arrigal to actually have him come back to camp then if we're doing this? Because if he's gonna be an hour...
He needs time to set up shop with the person anyway. We're still
Point,
arguing right now.
we should probably
Only
message him,
because
hey,
he
go
doesn't know the
instead go to
way.
camp. Things are changing.
Yeah, because like...
Yeah, you did tell him to go to
he
Argynvost.
doesn't know the way.
Yeah, but it's been like 5 minutes.
But I think what we're still saying is, like, let him know later. Basically.
Oh, well, yeah, like, I'm gonna let him know if our plans change, but
The way I'm
would let him
understanding
we're not
this-
done discussing it yet.
Correct me if I'm wrong. The way I'm understanding this right now is that you guys are going to Argynvost and then to the Amber Temple. Is that correct?
Is that
To
even a
me,
possibility?
it seems like it might be
feels like
changing.
priorities
Why
are
would-
changing.
Why wouldn't that be a possibility? Why couldn't you do?
I don't know if
it's
this
not for me
guy
to
would
decide.
be-
This is for the party to
Well,
decide.
'cause
I don't know if
we
this
still
guy's
didn't-
gonna be here when we get back. Would he? Okay, I'll turn to this guy and say, if we go to this paladin's stronghold first and we come right back to your location, will you still be here, ready to take the trek up the mountain?
I've waited a long time for people like you. I'll come with you.
To the
Are they in the
stronghold?
same direction?
I don't need to go inside. I've never been much for conflicts, but I'll come with you.
I have to highly suggest that you at least remain safe. We seem to have danger follow us at every step, and we've just recently lost someone dear, so...
If there's one thing that you learn after centuries in this valley, it's how to be very unassuming.
Centuries?
You don't need to worry about me. And he just kind of like points at his ear and the torn edge on it that very clearly illustrates that he is elfish.
What happened to you?
And he just kind of looks at you with like very tired eyes.
You don't want to know, girlfriend.
And he's gonna say, "Let me ask you something. How many dusk elves have you seen in this valley?"
Only one other, and he's not very pleasant.
I only know of about 12 others myself. But once there were many. I've lived long enough to see the decline of my people.
Is
Didn't
it just
happen naturally.
What happened? It's not just because you're stuck here?
He just kind of like he clenches his fists a little bit, and he says, "No. No. No, once there was one of our own that caught Strahd's eye, and the other way around. No, it was my sister. Her name was Petrina. And they were close. My people never trusted Strahd. And so... And he kind of stops a little bit, and he says, I don't know if I should speak on this.
I don't have to. Sorry.
And he just kind of, he nods a little bit and he says, it was the fault of our own, really. My kin, they...
God damn it,
they didn't trust Petrina. She enjoyed her state of power, and they didn't trust Strahd. So they killed my sister. And in his rage, Strahd ordered Rahadin to handle his kin. The very community he came from. And he did. And now we head towards extinction.
There's no females.
Oh my god. Rahadin ordered genocide?
Strahd did.
Good
Hey,
lord.
hey, look at that. We want to go to the temple to learn how to... Never mind.
So I'll turn back around to Ark and say, well, there you have it, Ark. Oberyn's lost friends. Sia's lost herself. Aaron almost lost her love. As did I. And he has
Sorry,
people.
just-
And yet you want to go for your own sale. Fine.
Yeah, Rahadin is Employee of the Month.
Oh my god,
God.
that's fucked
Oh
up.
my
Strahd was like,
god.
I'm mad at them. Rahadin, think of something to do. And Rahadin's like, I know.
I got it, boss. I got it, boss.
Oh,
I'm gonna kill all of them.
What if he, like, misinterpreted? I mean, like, throw him in shackles, not fucking...
Jesus Christ, Rahadin. Oh my god.
Rahadin's a monster.
You're a little freaky one, aren't you? Like...
I'm gonna turn to I've already forgot. Did he give us his name?
His name's Casimir Velikov.
Casimir.
Velikov's a banger last name. Holy fuck.
Do you know of someplace by the name of Argynvostholt and an Order of the Silver Dragon?
I've been around for some time. Yes, I'm familiar.
How close is that location to where these guys want to go?
Well, you're gonna be heading westward, the way I see it, so you'll be passing it.
We'll be passing Argynvostholt to get to this Amber location, or the other way around?
Let me be frank, the way to the Amber Temple is quite a trek, and you will be passing Argynvostholt. What's one day for your project?
I say we do that. It's the same direction. We can stay together.
Thank you for the bits!
Thank you so much for the bits! Welcome in! Shower them with love in chat right now.
We adore you!
Well, then let's go. We should
Lucia's just gonna be kind of, like, deadpan staring at Ark as she packs her things.
Don't we still have the gems to give to the Martikovs before we leave?
Right. Let me at least contact them so we can take care of one good deed before we do a quite frankly ridiculous and selfish one.
Damn. Damn.
That's not enough fair. Twilight going on. Twilight ain't seen her boo, okay? She needed to see him.
She almost risked his entire life for this, and Ark's just being
She wants that Jack Link.
Stop calling him Jack Link!
Every time I let Arrigal go off and do something, I'm like, he's not coming back. Not like I let him, but every time he goes off, I'm like, yeah, he's not coming back. He's dead.
It's literally a
He's done.
possibility for anything and anyone in this campaign.
At any given point in time.
Alright, I'm gonna send a message to Adrian Martikov.
Okay.
And Stan, correct me if I'm wrong, but we have 2 of the gems on us, correct? As a party?
You have 2. You gave them
We have-
one already. You have 2 gems.
Oh, okay. I
We
was
gave
about to say-
one to Davian, I believe, and then we have 2.
That's correct. That's exactly right.
Should I
just tell him
contact
Raven
Davian
to
instead then, or
pick up one.
Adrian?
Say, come
Your
here,
call.
you Ravenford, and come pick this shit up.
That's
As
what I'm
the
gonna
crow
do, but
flies.
since we gave the other one to Davian, should I give the last one to... Should we give them to Davian, or should we give them to Adrian?
Does it matter?
Not
too
really.
much?
I just don't know where Davian
Davian's sort of the
is.
patriarch of the group. They're all at the Blue Water Inn. They have nowhere else to go.
Oh,
Alright.
well, they're all... Whatever, it doesn't matter then, yeah.
It doesn't matter. I'm gonna contact Adrian, because he was with us for the Baba Lysaga fight.
That's true.
Before
What's up?
before we do that, do we want to see if we can sneak in before we waste
No.
No,
slots that we might need?
No, that's
No.
just...
Not worth it.
it's not worth the time.
Because if they
Fair
can
enough.
come flying to us and then, like, transform, you know...
Oh, that's
like,
true. I
Yeah,
keep
they
forgetting
have...
we-
Yeah, they're were-ravens. They have way better mobility than we do.
Were Raven
they
is
can
so
get
fucking
quickly.
cool.
Yeah,
Apparently, that was
I still
something we
think
could
we
have been.
Yeah, you
Wait,
can
what?
become were-ravens. It's,
You can become a were-raven.
They kind of guard it jealously, but regardless. What
Yeah,
you
we
saying?
just we wait for a moment.
What are you saying to Adrian?
I'm going to say,
Look out.
Adrian, it's Twyla. Can you meet us in the Vistani camp outside of Vallaki? We have your last 2 gems. And I have news. Please come quick.
Wow, that was exactly 25.
Very nice.
Got it.
We're
Were you
getting
also
very good
counting?
at counting to exactly 25.
And you get an immediate response, and he says, I owe you that and more. I'll be there as soon as I can. Thank you for everything.
I
You
just
have friends
sneezed and I
in
blew
the
my
Martikovs.
cover off my webcam.
Forever.
We have friends of the Marticals forever? Nice. Fuck yeah.
Alright.
Awesome. Maybe they can help Ark, which
I'll
is.
I'll say...
Oh, well, I want to clarify. No hate on Andy. Like,
No, no,
no,
absolutely
Andy,
not at
this is
all.
Thank you.
In
This
fact,
is, like,
Andy,
the
this is like the
only
most
char-
serious I've
the
seen you
only
play a
character.
character besides Thurgan.
I'm
Well, I
loving
mean,
the.
Andy's got a-
I'm just sitting back and loving the RP.
Andy's got
honestly.
maybe one of the most
I'm
complicated
just, like,
characters to play.
expecting
You have to understand, like
Logan to say
this guy's
more,
been
yeah.
alive longer than Strahd has. Like this is 2 weeks for him, and he's been through a lot of shit.
Zach's sitting back
Yeah.
eating popcorn right now, watching this
It's like,
argument
well,
happen.
like Ark was pouring out a lot, and I'm like, I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy
I literally did the
what's
like.
going through his
"Ooh,"
character. And
face.
Lobran also
I was
is
just like-
is kind of still shell shocked, so
You
it
know
makes
what?
sense. But
I was like slowly applying.
I'm just
my
saying
depth
that's why I
to
was
the
pretty
video.
quiet
I was
there.
like, oh my
You know
God.
what? You know what this exchange is that this whole exchange has been the meme of the how do you know what's good for me? That's my opinion! And the whole party's just blinking.
Anyway, I'm gonna say we can go ahead and time skip the like 15 minutes. It
Yeah,
would
that's
take
fine.
For as the crow flies.
I actually
want to
role play those out.
Garrett,
Sorry.
not Garrett.
No,
Zach,
Garrett.
I would
Hell
like
yeah.
to role play out the entire 5-minute or 5-hour
Don't
journey.
let them.
I'm not.
I would
no,
say
don't
that
worry.
during the wait, Lucia's kind of just been staring at Ark the whole time.
Excuse me.
And he arrives. I don't remember what mini I was using for him, so fuck it. Here's an archer.
That wasn't the mini. That wasn't the mini, dude.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was
well.
old
Shit,
guy.
I had
That's
something.
fine, that's fine.
No.
Shit, I had something for this.
It was funny. It was just like an old guy. I forget.
Well, that was
Like,
Davian. Adrian was someone else.
Adrian is not an old guy. He's like,
Adrian,
Oh, I
he's
thought
like
you
late
were
30s.
Man.
Oh,
Adrian
'cause the
arrives
guy-
and he like turns human form and lands
Not that guy.
in kind of like a crouched pose seamlessly. And as he stands, kind of dusts off his lapels a little bit, and he says, "You know, back at the Blue Water Inn, we've been talking about you. We all think of you as heroes.
It's a
not hard
sexy
to see
lady
why.
talking to us.
No,
Is that so?
that's a new thing to hear.
Yeah, that is a new thing to hear after all the loses we've had.
Listen, I know exactly what it's like. Been here my entire life. And you have to take the good with the bad. And you guys have been the biggest source of the good in recent memory. The way I see it, if there's anything you need from me or mine, you only need to ask.
Ally
Change to
unlocked.
Were ravens? That's out of character. I want to
What?
point out very quickly.
Bite me, bite me.
Out of curiosity, what's the secret to your ravenhood? I'll hand over
Lucia
the
will kind of
gems.
pipe up.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
What do the gems accomplish, if I may ask?
I don't know exactly the mechanisms behind it, but before there were Mardikovs here, there were wizards that were working the grounds themselves.
Ah, yes.
And in lieu of
What's the name of that
sunlight,
one wizard, like Mordenkainen? What if that motherfucker was just
That wasn't
tweaking
him.
and dropped
in
rocks?
lieu of sunlight, they used their arcane power to fuel the growth of their crop around here. Shortly after Strahd's rule began, there was not scarcely any sunlight at all. It was pitch black for some time, so we had to make do. And those with arcane means did. And these gems are all that's left of them. My family has been taking care of them ever since.
Listen, I know to some degree we failed you, and for that I deeply apologize. But I really hope you all can rebuild. And there is some news of Yester Hill, and I'll gesture to Ark, and I'll say, Ark saw, I did not, but Ark, you said there's at least still something wrong with Yester Hill? There's twig blights about?
There is. After the fight, we weren't able to do any more, but there's a separate section from where we fought Strahd that had a tree that seemed to be dripping in blood, and there were twig blights around it. Fairly
You leave
sizable ones
that
at that.
to me and mine. You've done more than enough. The way I see it, you stood face to face with the being that some people in this valley call a god, and you're still talking to me. Now the rest we can take care
He
of.
is not a god. He is a man-child playing divine.
Well, I hope you can demonstrate that in due time. From the way I
We
see
plan on it.
if you've been making it this long, I think you might be different than the rest. Anyway,
There's nothing
about
I
those
won't
gems.
do to ensure him
Well,
burning.
don't sell yourself short. You guys are these awesome beings, and she'll gesture to him and go, I don't even know how you do that. Like, how does that work?
Puts it in character, you butt.
It's
Oh,
difficult to explain. Those of us that are new to it have a hard time controlling it. For a long time, it was considered a curse.
So it's not druidic in nature, like how Faerun can.
Certainly not.
Fascinating.
Hey, but my... It's so cool that I can do it too. I could look exactly like you if I wanted.
That's very good. Yes,
Certainly
I'm not
not.
taking that away.
We're not taking you away. You still got two cool things,
I
man.
didn't mean any disrespect. I'm sorry. It's
We
just
can
that I'm
both
nothing
be
like
winners.
you, and I don't like the comparison.
Okay, whatever. Fine.
I'm kidding.
Yes.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. He doesn't say that. Anyway,
A
He
curse,
says-
but it's done so much.
well, it's sometimes you have to work hard to maintain your humanity. Anyway, how about we make an exchange? Those 2 gemstones for a little information I found.
Oh,
Sure.
What does this information pertain?
Well, I don't know if you guys have been within the walls, but
No. We've made it a point not to step foot in town.
One of the oldest noble houses of Valaki has taken up the seat of power there. The
Right.
Valakoviches are gone, and the Wachters have, well, they fashioned themselves kings, and Fiona Wachter is their figurehead.
She hates
During-
us.
Well, you're not alone in that. She hates a good laundry list of people. At any rate, we intercepted
Y'all have a laundry list?
Oh my god.
a big CVS list. Anyway.
Damn, that's even worse.
And he says, we intercepted a letter that was sent between another noble house and the Wachters. It was some manner of information. Most of it isn't really legible. But I thought perhaps it could be of use to you. And he hands it to you.
What's it say?
It is a letter addressed from Vasily von Holtz to Fiona Wachter. And I'm not going to read it word for word, but it basically says, I look forward to working alongside you and tying our houses in the near future.
Great job, everybody.
The hand. Go ahead. You're reading it, Tyler.
Yes.
Roll perception.
Oh man, that's not great.
Perception. I don't have
Help
good
me out here.
perception at all.
I'm not great.
That's not intelligence. That's wisdom.
Anyone that's reading this letter over her shoulder, anyone that wants to, go ahead and roll perception on it.
We're all
I
crowded
will help
over.
her read it and roll perception myself as well.
You already got kissed. Stop touching the other
11.
people.
Hold up.
Damn it! Why can't this be an int
I'm guiding
check?
myself.
Go ahead.
God, thank God I did. 18. Right? 15 plus 3? Yeah.
That's right.
Yes.
I forgot.
Farron, you have
Miss
seen this.
I was like doubting myself.
Farron,
Yeah.
you have seen this handwriting before.
Whose is it?
The handwriting is identical to the letter that was given to you at the Wind Wyvern Inn.
Who wrote us the letter at the Wind Wyvern?
It was addressed from one Kolyan Indirovich, I believe.
Oh,
But
fuck. That name
it
doesn't
wasn't-
ring a bell.
But that was not the man that wrote the letter because he was
No.
dead at the time.
The booth
Yeah.
part. Kolyana Andirovich was the burgomaster of Barovia who asked for his
Oh.
assistance. It was
That's,
Strahd. who
but at
faked
the
it.
time the letter would
Yeah.
have been sent to you guys, he would have been dead. The person who wrote
So-
the letter,
It was Strahd.
the letter,
Strahd.
yeah, it was Strahd.
Yeah.
God
This-
damn it!
This is
Great
Strahd's
fucking work.
handwriting.
Oh, wowzers!
This is his penmanship.
Can I compare it to the
How do
penmanship
you
in the book?
How do you know that?
It's identical. It matches.
God damn it!
Because I've read letters from him before.
Look in his journal. It's the exact same.
When you guys say this, I'm gonna say maybe we should let Vasily and Arrigal know that Vasily might somehow be targeted on Strahd's next list.
I think it's. Wait, I thought they were the same person.
What?
What?
The handwriting is the same.
Right?
Which means Strahd is like tricking them.
Oh, you think Strahd
I mean,
is Vasily?
I think it's possible he could be. I know I'm not the smartest one here or anything.
That I'm gonna be honest.
I
That
do
did not
think it is
enter.
possible that he could maybe
I really don't know.
be playing a game with us. I mean, we know that Kolyanovich. I'm horrible at Barovian names. I'm so sorry, but we know that he is not alive, right? He forged that letter. What's to say that he didn't? He forged something like this. I mean, we know he has disguises, right?
If
At the
that's
very-
the case, we need to tell them to come back right now.
Oh God.
All right.
Twilight.
I'm gonna send a
Twilight-
message to Arrigal.
He probably hasn't gotten there yet.
Yeah, it really hasn't been that long. I'm gonna message him.
Maybe like 15
Maybe
minutes.
don't tell him specifically what Lobrin's thought is.
No,
but
I won't. But I'm gonna
That's
message
why I was
Arrigal.
like, guys, that's what I was like, guys. That's why I was like,
We're not gonna get to Argon Boss
Guys,
tonight,
I
guys.
I just
pretty
gave the
much.
DM an idea.
I'm gonna message Arrigal. Here, and
ahead.
I have another message I need to send to at some point. So this is gonna be all of my level 3 spell slots for the day, guys.
You could shift, you could polymorph, do anything. That could totally be him in disguise.
I'm gonna message Arrigal and go, Arrigal? Things have changed.
turn the fuck around.
We need you and Arabal. Hold on. We need you and Arabel.
That's in it already.
No. We need you and Arabel to return immediately
With haste.
with haste. New information
have
has
that
been
spell.
gathered.
Too late. Kidding.
That's it.
Fuck it. Let's just drop Arabelle off at fucking Bone Grinder. No one lives there anymore.
Well, actually, they
Technically,
do.
that's not
people,
true.
People moved in.
Derek, respond.
It hasn't been that long.
Derek,
Yeah.
respond.
Okay.
Like,
There's no response. They're both dead.
Derek, respond.
Derek, respond. You're just sitting there.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking about how I'm gonna respond. Give me a second.
He's marinating in this.
To be
shit.
fair,
He's
you did just
marinating.
very panically call someone and say, "Hey, I know we had a plan. Stop the
No, I
plan."
know, but
turn
the
around to me.
circumstances are different now. So give me a second.
I know we told you could trust somebody. You can't.
He responds
Well,
and he
to be
says,
fair, I don't think it's him being like evil. I think he just got tricked.
He could have been. I mean, I don't know.
"You don't hear anything back."
Fuck.
Oh, so we aren't going to hear anything.
I'm
I
sorry.
don't hear anything back.
You don't get a
Nope.
response.
I'm gonna
What
look
do
to
you do
everyone and
with
go,
Sorry.
he's not responding.
Well,
What do you mean?
He didn't respond.
Well, we have
How
to
does
go
the
to
spell
them.
work?
We have to follow them.
It means they can respond, they can choose not to.
I mean, what prohibits them from? Is it unconsciousness, death?
Whether their will or... Sure, I guess death worst case scenario, but... Can I... Wait, hold on. There's a caveat in the spell sending. Give me 1 second.
Tell him.
Hold on.
Message again and tell
No,
him.
no,
to
no, no, no,
answer
hold
you.
on. Hold on.
hold on. Hold on.
Ooh.
I'm reading the spell.
I hope you guys don't mind, but I was thinking that we might get like a little bit later in the session. I want to get a little bit further before we end this.
I told you
I'm
we're not
fine
going to
with
get to
that.
Argynvost tonight because of all
I'm
this
just,
stuff.
I'm just going to let you know
We're not
the
even gonna get
recap
on the road.
is already the length of my fucking arm, and I'm not even fully done like typing.
Hell yeah.
So,
It's long. What was the
it's-
name of the guy, by the way, who's going to lead us through the mountains to the
Casimir?
temple?
His name's Casimir.
Velikov.
Yeah.
So
Casimir
it's a telekinetic. It's like
I know
a
I did it before.
it's a
Yes, I got
telepathic
him. Thank you.
message.
Yes.
So they respond telepathically. So he's not responding telepathically.
No, he's not.
Viewer
responding
inspiration. Let's fucking go. Thank you, Gruda.
Thank you.
Gruda.
It could be that he's preoccupied. It could be a million things. You
Be
don't
a
know.
number of reasons, yeah.
He's never not answered. He's never not answered you.
Maybe he doesn't feel safe to in the moment. I don't know.
Well, we have to stay here and wait.
That doesn't really
Or
make a
we
lot of
can-
sense.
Casimir
Go
kind of
after
pipes
them.
up and he says, "I would prefer not to wait. I've waited long enough. I mean no disrespect."
You just said you would. Never mind.
You just said you would wait for what? He just said he would wait.
No, he didn't say that.
He would go with us to Argynvost and like wait outside or something.
Yeah,
He said he'd go to Argynvost and wait outside. He said he's been waiting for a long time. Not that he would wait for a long
You
time.
just said you would wait again.
The
Even
bonk.
if I freaking wild shaped into something that could like double dash at like 150 feet, like I would not be able to make it in that direction in time.
It's been, I'm gonna say it because you
Light
guys
speed.
waited 15 minutes for them to get there, and then there was another amount of time for talking. What I'm gonna say, half an hour passed. It's your choice at this point what you want to do.
We could go after him.
We have to. Like, in character, Farron is freaking the fuck out right
He
now.
had
Garrett.
to kiss you, didn't he? He had to do it. Because that
It was
really
only a kiss. How
fucked
did
with
it end up like
It's not even
God damn.
that. It's like it's not just because of that, obviously, for her. It's like it's been a longer thing for her. But she's also thinking about the child.
Yeah, there's a child. That's true.
There's a fucking
He's
child
just
there.
a child.
I'll kidnap 1,000 children before I let this valet go to.
Well, Art, can you sacrifice another...
Robbie and I.
Well, Art, can you sacrifice a little bit more time before we go off to this temple?
Yes.
Then let's go,
Just,
right now.
If we're hearing it,
Ark,
he's gonna
Ark
say
is
it.
already
Yes.
climbing on his horse. As
Adrian, I apologize, but this takes precedence. Can you fly ahead and
course
see
I
if you can
can.
see them? I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna fly ahead. Well,
Fuck it, call all your family. We're taking
There's
care of this.
danger.
Like,
I'm going to go now. Leave it to me and Farron. We'll
I'm
be able to
fine,
overtake
yeah.
them if they're on the road, and if they're not, then.
You want us to wait for you or follow?
I only need half an hour,
Okay.
and he's just
I
going
would
to take
say you
off.
guys
He's going to take
follow.
off.
Just I'm gonna
Yeah,
take
no,
off
Art-
with him.
He's going to urge you not to follow, and he's just going to take off. There's no way.
No,
you're gonna keep up with him anyway.
I'm following him.
Twyla's gonna wait at the camp.
Okay, just for the sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and have you and him roll perception as you're flying on the road to the Tetra pools that would lead you towards Village Barovia. We'll say the entire road leading to and from. You have a fly speed. This is as the crow flies.
I think Ark would take off on horse to follow after them as well.
Okay. There's no way you're going to keep up, but go ahead and roll perception, Baron.
He told us to stay, so I'm gonna stay.
19, and I can't guide myself because I'm already in wild
Ark, roll perception with disadvantage. You will be covering farless ground.
Wait, I'm gonna use my inspo.
Go ahead.
Perception.
I'll
Wait, what
take
is their
the
fly
first time.
speed?
26.
Damn, that's nice.
Their fly speed is
Um,
probably nutty.
Let me look that up.
'Cause
Well, if I can be something that's even faster than him, but I don't want to.
You also have to remember they don't have to worry about like anything in the road, curves, trees, anything you
That's
do.
Yeah, he can go as fast as 100 feet a turn. So
Okay,
as a raven.
I can go 120 a turn, so I'll just be slightly ahead of him,
Okay.
I guess.
I can
So-
also go 120, but I do fall behind because I have to follow the road.
Yeah, you're still going to get
I'm pretty
disadvantage because
sure-
you don't have a bird's eye view.
I'm Giant eagle
So
flying.
with a
Just one.
26, you see more fresh hoof prints in the road. It's not a road that's frequented
Oh,
that
their fly
frequently.
speed is 80, so I can double that is way
But
farther.
you can't. Now,
160.
mind you, you can't sustain that for a very long period of time. You
I
can't just
know.
dash forever.
I know.
Okay. At any rate, with a 26, you see hoof prints. 2 sets of them for a time, and then they stop. But you do not see Arrigal, you do not see Arbel, and you do not see Vasily von Holt. It isn't long before Adrian comes back to the party and lands. He's kind of panting a little bit. It looks like he was really struggling to keep pace, and he just kind of shakes his head.
Well, what happened? What did you see?
Nothing. I
Nothing?
didn't see anything. I followed the trail for some time, but then they didn't make it to the village.
Well, where did their tracks lead?
Nowhere. It just vanished.
How is that possible?
I don't know.
Do we know if
DM?
the Sonic have magic?
DM, I'm
Go
throwing
ahead.
this out there. I can sending across other planes of existence.
There ain't no
Yes.
way they left Barovia.
I'm aware. So here's the thing. Adrian's just gonna kind of like catch his breath a little bit, and he's gonna say, "Look, if you've got important work to do, I can get my entire family scouring this place. We can find them."
We have to. There's no choice. There's a child at risk. And Arrigal.
We will do everything in our power.
So,
As many resources that can be spared.
so you want to search, and do you want us to help, or do you think we should go?
I don't know what help you could provide. And if the work you're doing can see this nightmare end, then that's just as urgent.
Fair enough, everyone. We gotta go to Argamos.
I think Farron gets back a little bit later because she stays longer. And just to look, just because she's desperate.
Lucy's
Ark
gonna
would
just
get
start
back a
packing her.
little bit later
Lucy's
after.
gonna start packing her stuff.
Like, she would probably arrive, like, after that conversation.
We'll say within an hour's time. Half an hour to an hour's time.
Yeah, she
Um,
would probably arrive shortly after they, I guess, have that conversation, and she's gonna drop her form, and she's just gonna be crying.
Lucy will attempt to try and comfort her.
Adrian's going to do the same. He's going to put both his hands on both your shoulders. He's going to say, "Listen to me. We're going to have every pair of eyes in the sky. There's nowhere they can go that we can't find them."
I promised him.
Except on the road, apparently.
We
Now is not the
promised-
time!
We promised that they would be safe. I promise. You need to find them.
Who knew? Who knows? Maybe Argyle just had something to hide.
That's a promise that can never be kept in this land. Quickly realizing.
Well, then I can't waste any time. All of you, be safe. We'll be in touch.
Do you have a way to contact us?
And he just kind of like taps his head as he jumps, becomes a raven, and heads towards Valaki.
Okay, I guess.
That's not an answer.
Maybe one of them can cast sending.
Probably.
Yeah, that's
But
You
nice.
can
so
cast
many-
it the whole time.
Or he's like,
The
you
whole
better, cast it. You better be able to do it. Like,
No, you can't just rely on me as your telephone. God damn it!
All right.
No,
straight ahead and then points at you.
up on Van Richten. And, like, make
Alrighty.
sure fucking Van Richten's okay too.
I'm tired of being the cell phone.
We need a Twyla like phone case. Like
You used to call me on my cell phone.
we seriously need like a Twyla cell phone case for merch.
You used to call me on my Twilight.
I'm being dead serious. That'd be
I wish I
amazing.
could get
Twilight
sending,
phone
but I
case.
can't.
Just put the Twilight
Okay.
sticker on your phone.
But that's
Are you guys
I
heading to
could.
Argynvostold?
Yes, but I'm
much.
gonna send another message on the way.
Go ahead. Who are you sending
So
it to?
reluctantly heading there.
Very reluctantly heading there, I will add.
Like-
It's the same
I
direction.
would have rather stayed with
Everyone's
not-
giving our dirty looks.
No, it's not even because of that anymore. It's because she wants to find Arrigal. Like she'd rather be scouting, but I know it's out of character, a bad idea to split the party, but
Oh, we get it. We get it in character. Totally.
Yeah. I'm gonna send a
Everything right now
message.
has gone devolving into shit. Like,
What if we
Bad to
just
worse.
split the party and we each go our separate ways and the DM has to role play out?
Oh
Each
yeah, everyone's
Quick
death.
say, all right, that
Yeah.
concludes our
Personal
campaign.
session for
Strahd
everyone.
kills you
All of
individually in
Barovia.
vacation.
I'm gonna send a message to Van Richten as my last 3rd level spell
Yeah,
slot.
make sure he's
end
still
of
fucking
Rogue.
alive. If he doesn't answer, I'm gonna lose my
Oh.
shit, dude.
that would be fucked.
I'm gonna say, let me get my hands out. Hey,
Burned
it's
all
me.
your third level spells. But...
We're heading to Argynvost.
Reluctantly. Don't forget to add that.
Shut up,
Let
Sam.
Pookie know you're pissed.
Don't
Good
tell
idea.
me where you're at. It's best if I keep you safe. Please let me know if you're okay. How many words left do I got?
I wasn't counting. I'm sorry. I'm crashing out. IRL too.
That's good enough.
He'll
I
get
want to
the-
throw in a love you.
Just say
Love.
yeah, we'll
Love.
say probably fine.
Love.
You also get an immediate
Love.
response, and he says, I can't tell you how happy I am to hear that. I'm glad you're safe. I'll see you soon, Pigeon.
At least,
Oh,
I love
Pigeon,
you.
I also say
at least
Sparrow.
the guy you love's alive.
At least y'all have love interest.
Oh, Gary,
Mine's a
why did
werewolf.
you have to go?
In this
had it
valley, it's
for-
better off not to, I guess. Anyway, let's go over. I'm going to go ahead and say it's about 3 hours to get to Argynvostold. Let's transfer to that map right now. It's under Barovia destinations.
See, it wasn't that far. It's not even gonna
Fuck
add into
you.
our
I'm
trip.
gonna kill you.
The trek is relatively long, and night is falling as you're.
And
as you're-
I will
Can-
I will state this. Lucia has just been staring at Ark the entire ride.
What's it?
Can
Where are we
I just
going?
say-
What's the name of the map again?
It's Barovia destinations, Argynvostold.
Thank
Can
you.
I just say what would have been really, really, really funny is if Ark did end up going, like, saying, okay, I'm leaving, I'm going on my own, and then both groups ended up going on the same road traveling together.
Yeah, it's like when you say goodbye to someone, you go the same way.
Yeah, and you're like, oh fuck, this is awkward.
Yeah.
Holy shit,
Wait a minute.
This is massive.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Every tile is 10 feet here.
There's
The
2
road-
people.
The road is long to get here, and night begins to fall, and the rain begins to fall again, just as you guys spy this tremendous remnants of a stronghold with a gorgeous monument, a statue of a tremendous dragon facing, oddly,
Wait a minute, is that your
in the
sniper
direction
thing?
of the
That's
door.
Esmeralda?
But the first thing you see is Esmeralda, the first time you've seen her in
Oh
some
my
time.
god.
Yeah.
She's drenched in sweat, lying on her back, breathing heavily with her eyes kind of rolled back.
Oh,
And then
fuck.
there's Van Richten, who's holding her head upwards and having her drink some water. It looks like he's working on a poultice of some kind alongside, and a mortar and pestle he keeps with him. He's traveling with a leather pack that's positioned next to her. That is like kind of he has like a rolled up bit of linen underneath her head something like a pillow. And as you arrive, he kind of looks over to you and just kind of breathes a sigh of relief, even though he's very cool and controlled. Probably the most.
Don't tell us where you are. Oh.
I know, this defeats the purpose of my message.
In this instance, you're like the arrival of a guardian angel. He doesn't say anything at first, but he gestures you in. You specifically, Twyla. Gently resting Esmeralda down on the grass.
What's happening to her?
I was hoping you wouldn't see her like this. I was hoping I'd come up with some manner of solution, but the fact of the matter is that it's setting in. And without the proper resources, I don't think I can abate it.
Andy, are you at the level where you have remove curse or no?
I'm
Me?
looking at that now.
Guys, anyone, Ark, Lucia, Ferret, anyone.
Wait, remove curse is a 3rd level spell, Andy.
I don't have
Yeah,
it
I know.
prepared.
You have to have chosen it.
I know paladins can change it after a long rest, so I can do it tomorrow. But
I don't think we have
Does
time.
anyone... Guys, Esmeralda, she's... I'm gonna look down at her.
Wizards get it.
She's still a person. She's still very
Alright.
much a person. But she looks like she's in a very restless sleep right now.
I'm familiar with that look.
Is there something anyone can do, please?
I have
Yeah.
nothing.
I
So
did
really,
take remove
Lucia
curse.
or
You did take
or
it?
Ark.
I did take it when we leveled up, because I was like, this is the only spell that I.
Oh yeah, I remember you were mentioning like, oh, I can get remove curse now because you had spell
I was like,
slots.
yeah, because I was like,
God, we can help her. We can fix her now.
Do we have
Ark.
the money?
That doesn't have any reagents.
it doesn't.
It doesn't have
Holy shit.
reagents.
What?
I'm gonna run up and see if I can cast remove curse and see if it works.
Okay.
Holy shit.
All right. It's very
I start
far.
playing to
Probably
a
just, like,
dozen
move our
different
miniatures
deities.
forward.
I know
already
this isn't
before-
standard. I know this isn't standard, but this, for one thing, is a powerful curse, and it's very far along. This is not a standard werewolf curse. So I'm going to have you roll for this.
Your
Can I-
inspiration. We just
can I-
got one. We just
Your
keep that in mind.
Can I
What
guide
am I-
him on it?
can- What am I
gonna-
rolling, DM?
You are. This is a one of your paladin spells.
Yep.
So I'm going to have this be a religion check, because this would be asking for some sort of divine intervention, pretty much.
Could I argue for a charisma check because I am a charisma-based caster?
That's how
Okay.
you channel your divine. That
Okay.
makes sense to me.
Yeah, that's
True.
fine.
If knowing this is happening, DM, knowing
No
what
assistance.
Dark- Okay.
I'm sorry. This is.
Yeah,
gotta
we
be-
have
this is
viewer
bet-
inspo.
this
We-
is-
we-
yeah,
that's
this is
all
between
we
Ark-
got.
This is between Ark and Esmeralda right now.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Who knows? Maybe Lucy will be slightly less mad at you if you don't fuck this up.
All right.
No pressure.
No
No pressure.
No pressure. Oh yeah.
Oh god.
Not horrible, but probably not good enough.
Yeah, it's in
19 was
Barovia.
the DC for the book. I have hope that's around the same.
Should we risk a viewer inspo and see if he gets higher?
Would I add proficiency bonus to that, or just my
No.
charisma?
No, you would
Okay.
not. If you want to use an inspiration, I'll let you. I'm not going to say whether it was a success or not. If you want to use an inspiration, now is your chance.
What do you guys think?
25% chance it gets better.
Yeah, the chances of it getting better are a lot slimmer than.
Oh, guys, what do you think? I don't know.
I don't think a 19's good enough, but that's just
I don't
me.
think so either.
I
So
am
do you think we
confident
should
in-
use one?
I'm not confident in a 19.
Frankly,
I'm not
I think this
confident.
is the check here is probably either a 20 or a 25.
I don't think.
Like either
If it's a
hard or
25,
very
I'm
hard.
not
So do
getting
you
it.
think we should
Well,
use
if you roll a
one?
nat 20, yeah. I
Even
would
if he
say-
rolls a nat 20, it's only a 24.
Still, I'm
With
saying.
that-
I think
but a
the
crit
check's
success,
at
like-
I think the check is like it's not.
Now's the
what
time
we're
for a
doing.
split
So are you
decision.
saying like he gets the consent to use a viewer inspo?
Yes.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be mad if
I
he did.
give it.
All right,
Use it.
I agree. Go for it,
All
Art.
right.
Well, one more charisma check coming right up. Oh God, please, for the love.
Oh,
God
fuck,
save
please.
Esmeralda.
So it's gonna be a
Oh, my
19.
Oh God.
It's just
Nice.
So a 19.
Okay. And describe how you're casting the spell. What you're doing.
So before I even get up to her, I'm clutching that chain of medallions from a dozen different gods as I run, and I'm praying to each and every one of them in turn. Kind of like the Mummy movie where the guy starts praying to like one god,
Oh
and when
my
it doesn't
god,
work, he prays
yes.
to another god.
I love that scene.
Yeah, that's true.
Kind of like that, but not as cowardly, I guess I would say. Um, and then as he runs forward, this holy light starts to cover the palm of his hand as he lays it on Esmeralda's temple.
Okay. Oh boy. And as you do so, you can see her eyes kind of flutter open a little bit, and just the whites of her eyes, as her eyes rolled all the way back, she's drenched in sweat. It looks like she's been fighting this for a long time and probably put up a better fight than most. And as you cast this spell, her breathing steadies, and she just lies still on the ground, releasing a long, exasperated breath.
Oh my god, it works.
And she just sleeps easily, regardless what that means, what have you. But
I don't know.
She's not tossing and turning right now. And Rudolph, watching with wide eyes, kind of looking back and forth between you two, he just says, "What did you do?"
At the very least, probably bought her some time. If
Can I roll like
I
a medicine
attempted-
check if I look her over? Like, would that be, or like, how could I determine maybe if that like helped?
Lycanthropy is a curse. This would be an Arcana check,
Okay, I'm gonna
As-
guide myself.
As
or maybe
Medric didn't
nature.
ask-
You could argue nature. Sorry, go ahead.
as Henrik didn't ask this, I'm going to answer him and say,
Ignore the next roll.
some of the memories from past lives have been resurging, and I remembered
20.
well something that I used to be able to do. It's a spell that, well, it can remove curses, but this one seems different. It seems like it's stronger than a traditional curse. I'm not sure if I was able to completely remove it, but I was at least able to give her some reprieve. I'm not one to study magics. I'm not sure if the curse has still taken hold, but
Or whatever it was you tangled with a few days back. Something nasty indeed. And it doesn't help that this is their domain we're in, not ours. Oh, I would like some assurance, but unless you have diamonds, there's no assurance I can offer.
we got nothing.
Can I
there
inspect
might
her?
be.
You sure can.
I rolled a 20.
uh,
Maybe Twyla can roll higher.
20 on Arcana?
Yeah, because I guided. It was a 17 plus 3 with guidance.
Sure.
Ooh.
Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna respond to him one more time and say, well, if there's any place that would have reagents or anything to fully remove this curse, I have a strong feeling it's
And
somewhere in there, and Ark's gonna.
here we
nod
are,
towards-
risking our attempt of beating Strahd at your strong feeling.
I've
Get
learned to
'em.
trust my gut.
What, the holes in it? Or the maggots?
Christ.
God.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I can roleplay when I'm not talking about gooning, like...
Wow.
And we're back.
yeah, hey, we're back. Yeah, don't worry, guys, don't get too excited.
Does my 20 tell me anything?
She's with Arcana, which is what you rolled for. You're not getting much of a magical sense of anything coming off of her. She seems to be resting still. It's difficult to glean exactly what's going on underneath the hood.
Yeah, I mean, I should have just rolled nature. I would have gotten the same fucking roll.
Regardless, Rudolph kind of looks between all of you and he says, "Whatever you did, at the very least, I'm hoping it bought us some time. I'm going to care for her the best I can. She would do the same for any of us." In the meantime, I'm assuming you came here for a reason.
A stupid, selfish one, but a reason. Yes.
Enough, Lucia. We have more than tolerated your hostile attitude towards us. I think I can speak for many in this party when I say that we are growing tired of it, and we are not your enemy as much as you wish to scorn us and take out your emotional turmoil upon us. We are tired of it.
And for the record...
Sorry, I had to throw that out there. Lobren's at a breaking point.
Who was cursed for several days, unable to sleep, because they so selfishly wanted a whatever this weapon is you've been wielding.
She's not even replying. She's just kind of staring at the hold, seeing the entrance.
Rudolph is just going to step between you guys, and he's
Because
going to say,
everyone's like, something's happened. Like,
that is quite enough. You have enough enemies in this valley that you're turning on each other. Look,
You're right.
I understand it's been difficult, and more has been asked of any of you than is reasonable. Ark is right. There could be some manner of boon in there. I can't promise you it'll be safe, nor can I promise my assistance.
which leads me to our next point. Well, leads me to my point. Lucy is going to look at Elizabeth. Elizabeth, you have two options. Yeah, Elizabeth, thank you.
Either way.
Liz
Elizabeth,
is...
you have
Lizzie.
two options. Yeah.
Lizzie.
You have two options. Stay here, help Ben Richten tend to Esmeralda, or I give you your final rights now so we don't waste time if you die in there.
Elizabeth is going to step forward with a little piss and vinegar in her eyes, and she's going to say, the last time you made a decision on behalf of me and my friends and it ended poorly, I'll be staying with Master Lobren.
Then his death is on your hands. Or your death is on his hands. And she's just gonna go like walk.
I have relationships with these individuals that stem longer than the fucking 2 miserable weeks I've spent in this hellhole with all of you. And how dare you try to say my retainer's blood is on my hands, as if I'm not imposing that guilt upon it myself.
Glad you're aware.
I'm more than aware. These losses will haunt me for the rest of my days, Lucia. What I don't need is you barking in my ear about it when you've said no more than 10 words to each of them since you've arrived here.
Rudolph is going to take his gun and fire it into the air. He's going to say,
good, because mine was aimed at Lobren.
If I have to come into this hellhole with you to prevent you from tearing each other apart, then that's what I'm going to do. Elizabeth, you stay and tend to Esmeralda. I'll be joining you.
Twyla has her head in her hands, just like, oh god.
Farron's just like, not.
Hey, look at that. We got a strong party member. I'm actually kind of happy with this.
Not processing. Like, she's here physically, she's not here mentally.
I don't think a lot of people are like fully here.
It's kind of honest. I mean, out of character, this has been so far my
this is
favorite,
so crazy.
My favorite roleplay session of any campaign.
This shit's nuts.
Can I just say how much I love it that we can do these moments and then just all around go like hee hee like afterwards?
I'm not gonna lie. I did kind of want to talk about that. I very much enjoy how like the petty shit that we have in character does not bleed out of game.
Yeah, you guys are all Oscar winners in my eyes.
Yet.
That's.
I don't know why it would.
I've been thinking on that fucking line with Lobren for that long with Elizabeth.
Oh yeah, that was a beautiful line. Anyway.
The Magus one was improvised, and I'm like, holy fuck.
Twyla's gonna, yeah, that was fucking crazy. Twyla's gonna go up to Van Richten and go, just kind of rubbing the temple of her nose, like, you know, the bridge of her nose, and go, are you sure?
He's going to place his arm around your waist, and he's going to say, I've never been more sure about anything.
I don't know if it's safe that you're around me right now.
It hasn't been safe for as long as I've been in here. At least now we can enjoy each other's company.
But it's my fault that you're in danger to begin with. It's literally because of me that I took a risk that I thought was calculated because I had trusted your word that you would leave, but still, nonetheless, I put you in danger. I can't forgive myself. I can't forgive myself for that, and I don't know if you should even trust me after this.
He's just gonna push some hair out of your face, and he's gonna say, we all knew the risks when we came in here. Or at least I did, which is more than some can say.
Was Lucia
You know,
making those comments out loud as they were speaking?
No, it's just vaping.
I really need a party like splash art where it just says the risks were calculated. Boy, are we bad at math.
That's gonna
That's
be our
accurate.
group art.
That's the group.
That's our
fucking
group
slogan.
motto.
That's
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, the
But
like
boy,
the
am I
group
bad at
like
math.
the group arguing with each other with like Strahd in the clouds watching would be banger art.
Strahd just like doing the knife cat.
Like
Yeah.
like a puppeteer
Like,
hand.
Yeah.
So he Renrick is just gonna kind of gently run his fingers through your hair, and he's gonna say, "We'll have better luck together. And if we're going to go down, we can do that together too."
Listen, there's more. Arrigal is missing, and Arabelle. He risked his entire family, his people, when we were in that fight. And now they're dead, and Arrigal is missing. We thought he was going to safety, but it's a long story. Something changed, and now he's missing, and the Mardikovs are trying to find him, but him and a child are gone.
Aaron starts just crying again.
Well,
quietly.
one thing at a time. At the very least, you have powerful allies at your back. That's more than most can say. And Arrigal, he's... I haven't been sure about him in the past, but he is capable. We have to trust this. We have to trust him.
But he didn't respond to me.
There are forces at work here. There are forces at work here beyond that of Strahd.
What do you mean by that?
And he just kind of looks at you and he says, well, there's all of us, for one thing. There are those few allies you've made. We're going on a very meager amount, but that's about all we can do right now.
Should Casimir stay here with Elizabeth and Esmeralda as well?
Casimir, who has been kind of like lingering back a little bit.
Yeah, he said he wasn't going in.
Yeah, he just kind of nods a
Well,
little
we're
bit.
not in yet.
He nods a little bit and then kind of walks up. He has a short bow in his hand. And he just kind of nods to Rudolph. Rudolph nods back. It's about as much of an introduction as either of them needs. And with that, you all prepare to enter Argynvostolt. And
There's
that
one
is
more.
where we will leave
I was gonna
this.
say, oh, okay.
Okay. Go ahead and say your last things. Anything you guys want to say?
Ruin the outro, favorite.
No, I was gonna say there's one more thing I wanted to say, and I'm gonna look to Lucia or turn to her, and I'm gonna say, "You're my friend, and I care about you. But in this moment, I've never been so fucking disappointed in you."
Oh, shit.
She doesn't
Favorite
reply.
Cursed.
She just stares.
Favorite cursed.
Damn.
In relation to like what just transgressed between her and Lilburn and Ark, because
We got it.
Farron even thought. I think Farron would even think that was too much.
At any rate, that's where we'll end session right now. And geez, what a fucking
Damn.
nice edge
This
to end
was an
on.
awesome.
This was fucking awesome.
Fucking high fives,
Oh, this is
everyone.
the
That was
craziest
fun.
God, you guys are all Oscar winners in my
Look,
heart.
we knew the fallout was fucking gonna come today.
It was
right?
it was
after
it was
what
about to
happened.
happen, and I was waiting for
Jesus
it.
Christ, what a great performance. Also, I'm just gonna say it. How are we gonna even fucking try with inspiration today? Wait, I
Lucia,
say
I
it.
don't
Lucia is
know.
gonna
I think
bite
you
her.
should just-
Lucia's gonna
I think
bite
you should
her
just
tongue.
give us all inspiration,
everybody.
DM.
I really want to give it to each and every one of you. I could
Yeah,
make,
just give it to all of us.
I could make 20 different arguments as to why you all deserve it, but this
But
is
you
Curse of
won't.
Strahd, and you can't all have advantage. Lord knows you can just spawn one with enough points anyway. You guys get plenty of advantages.
Damn it.
Let's start with Twyla.
Let me just say real quick, Azalea Breeze, I'm so happy you could join us and this was the first session you caught, because damn.
Excuse me.
This
Yeah,
was
dude.
such a shit show.
You caught us at like the party's worst possible moment
like,
together,
falling
but that's
out.
also hilarious.
It's also been a
crashing
long
out right
time
now.
coming because like we've been hit.
The
Hard
group's
every-
been like passive aggressive for a while.
Mm-hmm.
That too. There's been kind of an underlying tension that's really fomenting now that everybody's emotional state is like ravaged more than ever.
But it's really hard to say who to give inspiration to because holy shit, we all just did that damn thing.
Man, there wasn't even any combat, but you still
I
killed
know,
that shit.
and there was still so much emotional damage.
DM. I'm sorry.
I'm kind of stuck personally between Lucia and Ark right now because those were some fucking metal lines between the two of you.
Aztec, no.
Aztec, no.
Do
No.
you even read it, or did you just repeat
No,
me?
I saw what he said earlier, and I wasn't going to acknowledge it because I hope no one would see it, but I'm just going to say, no! Someone grab the cat.
Grab that man.
Grab that man.
Oh, here we go again.
I'm gonna give it to Lucia because honestly, that was fucking brutal. That was some brutal
crazy.
metal shit. So I'm gonna give it to Lucia.
I love the direction Lucia is going in, and I love the way Catherine is doing it. I don't think anyone could do it better. I can't reiterate that more. So great choice.
I can't.
Shit, I couldn't. I'd be
like that off
laughing.
the top of my head.
DM, could
Yeah.
I perhaps make an argument? I know you said we all can't get it, but can I make an argument for allowing 2-player inspirations this week?
All right, all right.
Ooh.
I'll humor that. One person will get it from this vote, and one person will get it from the community vote.
I knew that.
Oh,
was
come
gonna happen.
on.
That
I'm
was
sorry.
nice.
I'm sorry. This is supposed to be a brutal setting, and you guys are getting plenty of boons.
Fine,
Yeah, even
ass.
getting inspo after. every
I can't even
session is
argue
kinda
that. That was great.
That was a beautiful
That
line.
was
I
so
must
good.
admit.
All right, Lobrin.
And he's
hard. It's fucking hard. No, it's just hard. It's
It
just really
is fucking hard. Everyone had
Everybody
like a
got a
goddamn
fucking
moment,
at least
dude.
one moment tonight, if not multiple.
Oh, we're getting an Ophi raid.
Hi,
Ophi! It's
we're
Mima!
No, we're
Mima.
ending. Hi, Mima.
Hi, Mima! We just finished
Mima.
session. Hello, welcome raiders. Hello, Bryn. Dark Souls raid! Yeah, we've all got Dark
Yeah,
Souls
very
after
much
this
dark.
fucking session tonight. Hey, welcome in!
So,
How would you take
I think I gotta give it to Ark. And here's why. I'm just gonna first acknowledge what everybody did that was good, because I think it warrants that in this session, and sorry, this is gonna be a little verbose. Twyla had a really good like role as point person this session in particular. She was coordinating a lot with the messages. She was like handling all of the correspondence, the diary transcription, and piecing together that element of the like campaign was very, very good. Bayron, the Arrigal breakdown shit, like you get it and you lose it. You know what I mean? Like the stuff with Arabelle too
Quite
was
literally
really
immediately.
good. Yeah, like literally immediately. The
That
stuff
was
with
like-
Arabelle like was cute. It was good. It was fun RP. It didn't need to be done, but it was, and it was a nice touch. Lucia is erupting, and it's good. It's chaos.
I kept telling y'all it was coming, and now it's here.
There it is. It is like
Point where even
levels we
Farron
have not
said
seen
something.
before, and the interaction stuff is very good. The RP is intense. It's good. Ark, though, gets it for me because I think he is just steering. It is one thing to argue a position in a campaign. It is another to weave in your character's backstory to narratively drive the party toward a destination in a sandbox like this, and to do it well, which is what Andy did tonight. And for that reason, that's why you get my vote.
Also, to be in a position where you're in the minority opinion, that's a hard thing to do.
Yeah, you were like arguing against like 3 people there. So yeah, kudos.
I think that's good reasoning to me. Farron, go ahead.
So fucking hard.
You missed so much. Shit hit the fan, dude.
Oh,
Hit
you
the
missed
fan.
literally like so
Shit,
much.
like literally.
Literally hit the fan.
Oh my god.
The fan broke.
The fan broke.
This is a good time to mention that all VODs go up on the YouTube after this, so if you want to catch what happened, I highly recommend it. Thank you.
Or catch up on maybe what you may have missed if you're new.
Everybody did so fucking phenomenally tonight. Jesus Christ. I think I'm gonna go with the person that just inflicted the most emotion within me while like listening to the conversation and listening to them, and like just shocked me the most with their words, even though they were like cruel. I like as horrible as you know, as horrible are the things that they said. Lucia did fucking like phenomenally with that. Like, do I agree with her? Do I think what she said was right? Absolutely not. But like, the role playing was just so spot on, and like, it wasn't like, you know, like a one or a two sentence thing. It was like she was like just anything someone had to say, she would right back with it, like right back with something else. It was just like consistent. And that was fucking nuts. Like that moment, like that was the biggest like holy shit for me in this campaign. Or in this episode. Session, whatever. Tonight.
Thank you. Lucia is a type of character that I wanted to play for years, so this is a great campaign to put it out.
This is sick as fuck.
It's not easy to play the conflicted character. Lucia, yourself, go ahead.
All right. How do I put it? Twilight had some amazing moments in character, both taking charge a lot, getting more of the book done. Talking to Arrigal, talking to the Mardikovs, and then at the very end with Van Richten, great character moment for her.
Do you mind if I interject too, just to say that I absolutely loved her moment of just grilling Ark after everything she's gone through?
Honestly,
yeah,
that was my most proud moment this session, was just my fucking tiny crash out at Ark.
I was listening to Twilight, who's the even killed one, who doesn't fucking go off like that, and all of a sudden, just the weight of everything just like shatters her like a vase, and she's coming out with claws. I didn't know she could do it like that, and that had me floored.
That was the first time she's ever yelled at anyone, like in the party, and I thought that was fun.
Like,
yes, Twilight's roleplay was great. Lobrin, I had my issues with you, but you did great this session too. It was interesting. It was interesting watching Lobrin kind of like get pessimistic, like super pessimistic, and then like his rage kind of boiled out through that at the end.
Lobrin popped off.
Yeah,
that was going for you.
Really fucking good.
That ending moment was so fucking cinematic.
Farron, I hope he's dead, but you had a great moment with Arrigal.
Oh my God.
He's dead.
That's you, the player, saying that. Jesus Christ. Look, I'm just gonna say it. I think your chances with Farron have kind of gone out the window a little bit.
No, absolutely. No, absolutely. At this point, it's just part of the meme.
No, I get you.
Lucia's hoping for some character development for Farron.
So you're gonna be
yeah, exactly. Character development. Now you can suffer like me. But Farron, you had some amazing character moments.
Everybody's already suffered.
Not enough.
As well as like turning into a raven just to try, even though it was not at all a good idea. Great character stuff there. And then Ark, in character, Lucia has branded you as a complete traitor. Out of game, this is probably one of my favorite sessions interacting with you.
Hell yeah.
The tension between the two divine party members, literally right after working together to give proper rights.
Yeah, that was really just like a 180.
It's so crazy how quickly things can turn here. It's like you think you're fine, it's just like, and then you realize there never was fine. Fine didn't exist, and it hasn't for weeks.
I never thought that for a second.
I honestly think out of everyone, I want to give it to Twilight.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
And then finally we have Ark.
All right. There are a few prefacing things that I want to say. The first and the one that I find most ironic because of the crash out that Lucia had this session is the what you told Arrigal about if what's his name couldn't be trusted, let your soul burn in hell.
Oh my God, that's right.
I've been thinking
May
about
my soul
that
rot for eternity.
Continuously since you we found out that he went missing. I've been thinking about that. The other thing that I wanted to say is I love how vast a difference there is very quickly between everything that happened prior to this past Strahd fight and everything that's happened after. Because even just a few sessions ago, our characters were laughing and joking about things. Especially after the masquerade is when things started to fall apart. Very quickly.
One failure after another.
And the last thing that I want to say is I'm concerned that next week we're not going to be able to keep the same level of aggression between our characters.
Don't worry. Right before next session or next week, I'm just gonna like DM everyone and call them every insult I know.
Oh, cool! I was planning on just. I was just.
I was face like a dozen times before you get on.
Just do like random shit to piss each other off throughout the week.
Oh yeah, I've already started looking up like 1 hour rage
Zach,
quick videos.
buy a third cabinet.
No!
Yes!
No!
Yes!
But,
go ahead.
oh, sorry. Yeah, but just overall, I think my vote has to go to Lucia just for the sheer spiciness that your character has developed.
She has vitriol and like any time she talks now.
Runner up though is definitely Farron because anytime like things go wrong with Arrigal, you do such a good job RPing.
I mean it
Farron,
so
like,
genuinely in the sense that
breakdown.
everyone here is a winner, because holy god.
I know, I feel the same way. I really do feel like every single one of you deserves it in spades.
This is probably one of the best sessions we've had.
Then give it to us, DM.
I can't do that. I'm sorry, I really can't. Here's the thing.
What do you mean you can't? You're in charge.
When I started playing, when I found out the fated ally you guys would get, I was a little concerned because I was like, wow, he's really powerful. How am I going to make this work? And really, it's
Made it
been
work
like,
by taking him away.
Well, no, he's been a
God
problem
give
for
it,
you
God
guys.
take it away.
He's been a source of problems for you guys as much as he's been helpful to you guys. I think this has worked out marvelously.
Yeah, newest source of problem is that you just straight up yeeted him out of reality.
It happens when somebody gets like an intense romantic attachment to the character.
Yeah,
you have a lot to play with.
Derek was waiting for the moment where we said that we loved each other, and then he was like, "All right, Strahd's gonna take it."
No, hold on. I have to tell you guys something. I did not expect it to turn out like this at all. Things aligned in just such a way, and when it happened, I don't know if you heard me laughing. I was literally like, "You got to be fucking kidding me!"
Oh my god! Did they get a random encounter?
Hey, thank you so much for the cheer.
Holy
you
fuck!
aware
Did
the
everyone get a
whole
random
time
encounter?
that like
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna say that things aligned in just such a fucking inconvenient way.
Inconvenient. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. This entire series of events have been inconvenient.
I'm gonna make a wild guess right now, just gonna wildly call this out before we close. How much you want to bet, like, some kind of shit happened and now Mira has him or something?
That's what I'm thinking. That's a genuine...
Like, Mira sniped him off the side of the road and has him.
Who? What's his
Vasily.
name?
Vasily von Holt.
I really think that that's Strahd. I do.
That would be
It
nuts,
could be.
actually.
It could be. We know he shapeshifts.
Like,
because the crazy thing about that is I don't think we saw him in the church after we sanctified it.
That was the thing I was trying to remember, was he in the church after it was sanctified?
Well, and the other thing is, when you guys first met him, you were like a little apprehensive because he looked similar. I remember that was like
the comment he made about Brunor would make sense. Us
Right.
running into him right before
He doesn't
know about Brunor. That was a DM mistake.
Oh, that was a DM
Is that fully retcon DM or?
But like him running into us running into him right before we got to the Vistani camp, it's like, what? You know, like, how you...
Hey, thank you for the 100 bits.
Oh my god, he went to go kill all of Vistani. Like, you know what? I'm gonna go get some groceries in Valaki. Let me get my
That's a good point. He just left that area.
Coming this way, and
That
I'm
would
gonna
be
have
crazy.
a silly
That would be
little
crazy.
interaction with them.
Yeah,
because they're not gonna know it's me.
Do we have a winner for inspo?
Yeah. So anyway, that
Ark, did you vote?
Yeah, I voted for Lucia.
Okay.
So I believe that makes 3 votes for Lucia, unless I'm mistaken.
Yeah,
I'm gonna post community inspiration in the Discord. Do you want to explain to them what that is?
Can we
Sure,
get
of
some
course.
can we get Lucia cooked in chat? Oh, it's on.
She's cooked in game. She doesn't need to be cooked in chat too. Anyway,
now.
we're going to in the Discord be posting a poll for community inspiration where you guys can vote for who you think deserves an inspiration for next week's session. And feel free to
Van
get right
Richten.
onto our Discord today. We do a lot of shit posting and whatnot. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, I probably will go to Van Richten, frankly. But I do want to just reiterate, every single one of you guys is a goddamn champion in my eyes, the way you guys handled tonight. This was just like top tier performance, and this is why we play the game. So,
Wait, can my
way to go, guys.
reward for being a champion be Arrigal not dying?
Maybe. We'll see.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, if Van Richten didn't interject, Lucia would have pulled her gun on Lobren.
Well, it's a good thing.
Damn.
It's a good thing you have a mediator there, then.
So we have a raid.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually, let's send this over to our good old buddy, pal, Brogan, who is still
Yeah,
streaming.
know that once.
Honestly, in my head, I had anticipated you would eventually pull your gun on me at some point, maybe this session. So I was shocked it didn't happen.
I'm waiting for the time that Lucia draws their gun on a member of the party and it immediately just rolls the misfire.
The misfire and just.
Oh, I would waste. I would waste.
Close up.
I would waste inspo for that.
She just runs in, pistol
I'm
whips
gonna
and
burn
stuff.
fucking inspo on
That would be
killing
fucking
NPCs.
hilarious. Points it at Lobren, click, and then she just smacks him with it.
Oh my god.
Alright, lovelies, we're gonna send the raid off to No Nat Ones, aka Brogan.
Raid message if those want one.
Yeah, raid message, a
Yeah!
Strahd raid! Alright, thank you so much, lovelies. We will see you back on Monday for some shenanigans, then back on Thursday for Curse of Strahd. Bye, guys!
Catch ya. Thanks for joining us.
Bye-bye!
Bye.
Bye-bye!
Bye, guys.